Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm starting off with having to stop the incoming World War III from happening in my apartment. You might be able to hear it in the background. But I have exciting news. Loretta, come here. We have a new member of the Kia's World Universe. And she may be here for a long time, a short time, I don't know, but she's here with us right now. Come here. Show the people your cute face. This is Loretta. Oh, isn't she a sweetie pie? And she comes with this song. Loretta, Loretta, you make my world better. Oh, right? So she'll be joining us. Poor Taro is still coming to grips with this update. But Loretta is here, and she loves to talk about influencers. Her favorite influencers are the ones that bend foil. Isn't that right? Do you have anything else you'd like to say? You're excited to see what comes up on the show today? Okay, thank you. Thank you for doing your job. And Taro is lurking in the corner. She may come join soon. She likes still participating in this show, but she's had this thrust upon her at midnight last night, or like 1 a.m. last night. So long story short with this, and we'll get to our exciting wellness talk is toxic reel watching, which I'm very excited to do. Something that's been on my list for a while. My dad's in the hospital. Boo. Boo, sad. But he's okay. He got admitted on Saturday, and then I flew over to see him, and I didn't get to see him till yesterday. And then once I got to see him, I felt like, okay, I got eyes on him. He's okay. He's safe. He's on the road to recovery. And that Loretta is his dog. So he'll be in the hospital for probably at least a few weeks, likely. I'm going to go back to visit him. But I had to come back to make sure Tara was taken care of. I mean, she had people coming to watch her when I was gone. But, full-time care so I could work and all of that. So it's been quite a chaotic week for me. I debated canceling the stream, but I couldn't let the wellness influencers get away with it one more day. So I decided to come on and to introduce everyone to Loretta. So she flew on a plane. So both Taro and Loretta have flown on planes. That is quite amazing, in my opinion. And it was smooth sailing, smooth flying. And we all made it back. And that's my life. So here we are. But I would like to be healed from this. I would like to be healed from the stress I've just gone through. I'd like to learn quantum healing. I'd like to learn how to kind of take the edge off a little bit. I'm feeling a little, on the higher scale of anxiousness. So I just wanted to kind of see what the world of wellness has to offer me in these trying times in my life. And in Taro's life. You can hear her in the background right now. It's okay. You want to come up here? No, she's guarding the bathroom. She's in her space right now. Taro's space right now is in the bathroom. She's blocking the door. And Loretta's got to find her own space. And she's looking for one. Okay. So if you follow me over on Instagram, you'll know that it's the best Instagram possibly in all of civilization of time. Kia's World YT. If you don't follow me there, you should, because I post stuff like this all the time, just things I come across, and I post them in my stories. But I save a lot of them, meaning to one day show them on the channel. So this is that day. So I got lots and lots of things to share. And I don't have any particular, I think this is kind of going to be like a let's go down a rabbit hole if we shall. Timothy Chalamet, we go down the rabbit hole, and Timothy Chalamet don't if we don't want to, and we'll see how it goes. So thank you everyone for the support. I appreciate it. My dad is he's doing okay. He had a medicine change, and he's in his 70s now, and these things happen. So he's doing good. For the circumstances, I'm very happy with how it all turned out. So silver lining of a scary, couple days. But anyways, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. And all I have to say is this.
Methylene Blue has methylene changed my methylene life.
And that's probably what they're going to be injecting into my dad at any moment now. And he'll be healed and walking out of there stat.
I don't really care what the FDA says.
Amen. So let's just start from the beginning, shall we? We got reptiles, we got horses, we got people talking about money, we got, people screaming in different languages. Let's see how it goes, okay? So this person's called Jacqueline Shaw, and we're going to follow these people so I can continue to get their content because I know in my heart, in my loins, that it's going to be healing. For sure. Thank you to Amy LX8RN. Thank you so much as always. Amy says, are you going to find a long distance boyfriend like Heidi? Like that's the second reason you rushed to Florida. And did Loretta fly first class? Okay. Number one, no. To find a long distance boyfriend, I would also have to find a boyfriend first, which has proven to be difficult. Number two, you rushed to Florida. The second reason you rushed to Florida. I didn't go to Florida. My dad actually lives in Buffalo, New York. So that was a mistake that some people made when I was like, I'm going home to see my dad. And people were like, oh, you're going to be in the hot. I'm like, oh, wait, no, I'm going to Buffalo. It's a very confusing, convoluted story. Not worth explaining. And then did Loretta fly first class? No. But we took JetBlue and they let me have an empty seat. So she was on the floor, but I got to kind of lay down next to her and pet her through the bag. And it was very sweet of them. So I support JetBlue. Actually, I have a JetBlue credit card. So I'm happy with them. Shout out JetBlue. I would love a sponsorship. They're like, no.
You have leaky gut.
They're like, ma'am, please stop asking us for things.
I'm consenting to this.
This is for you, Amy.
You're basically just a massive grifter.
As the Bible says, fuck that.
So true. Thank you, Amy. All right. So this person's name is Jacqueline Shaw. And she's an author, speaker, mentor where God and money collide. What could go wrong? Conviction creates visibility and truth gets you paid. God signs my 7-figure paychecks. Okay, I am hooked, girl. What does she have to tell us? Let's see.
Biggest thing in that moment when I was $200,000 in debt that shifted in my identity is I stopped telling myself I was bad with money, that money wasn't available to me. And this definitely just moved through me, came from God. This idea that if I was $200,000 in debt, God trusts me with $200,000. Woo! And from there,
actually seems like the opposite would be true. Wouldn't he have given you a $200,000 surplus, not a debt? Huh?
I decided not only am I a match for $200,000 of debt, I'm a match for $200,000 to fall from the heavens into my lap. And then I took it one step further. And I was like, if I'm actually available for $200,000 of debt to $200,000 plus, I'm actually available for $400,000 to fall into my lap. Woo. And woo,
that's like good mathing right there.
Yeah. But here's the thing: it might sound like you just made that up.
That's girl math.
That is girl math. Yeah. And the thing is,
it's making girls and women have a bad name when people say that. I like it as a joke where it's like, aha, girl math. I got a rebate, so now I'm going to go spend the money at the mall. That's funny. When you start to say this stuff about $200,000 of debt is actually no big deal because I'm a girl, that makes us look stupid.
It might sound like you just made that up. I did.
Yeah, we
guess what? I'm going to make up stories that serve me. I'm not going to make up stories. We don't know what tomorrow brings. So I'm not going to say, I'm going to be in debt forever. I'm going to have this experience tomorrow. No. This is the story that I'm available for. And 8 months later, I started having 100K months in my business. A year later, a year later, I had what I call my $1 million year, a $958,000 year in my business.
Doing frickin' what? I don't believe these people to begin with, but if it's true, how?
And growing from there, but I decided that I wasn't letting money define me. I decided.
So the solution here is be delusional and lie to yourself. And I've heard that time and time again, and at times it does help, When I fly in a plane, I get scared, but I'm like, it won't crash. I don't know that to be true, but I tell myself to soothe myself, you know, and then every time it comes true, I go, oh, thank God. But does that, if I say, oh, I have $200,000, is that going to go to my bank account? No, I wish. Maybe $200,000 in the Loretta and Tarot Treat Fund. Thank you, Go for K. Go for K says Loretta and Tarot Treat Fund. Thank you so much. I have new treats. I'll show you. So we got soft chew minis, milk bones, and then some sort of bacon varietal. And she's picky. She likes certain ones better than others and at certain times of day. So we're learning each other. We are definitely learning. Isn't that right, Loretta? And she doesn't bark. The only time I've ever heard her bark is last night for a second at the plane. She was looking at the window and then started barking. I was like, uh-oh. That's an omen. But we got on anyways and we were fine. Right?
Your girl is a bougie bitch.
A great deal of wealth is appropriate for me.
I am all about getting a free ride.
Dave, rip.
I hope to God that I never get used to first class.
Thank you, Go for K. And this caption on her wonderful, very makes sense speech says, I love when people say it's easier for me because of the results I've had. Bitch, please. I've had all the evidence stacked against me in the opposite direction. The proof that I was bad with money, the evidence that I wasn't being provided for, the results that looked like failure. And despite it all, I chose, without a safety net, yeah, I doubt it, without assurance, mathing in a way that made absolute zero sense. I decided before I had any hint of evidence and acted accordingly. If you're here for the God math, if you're ready to move, if you want to make illogical money, send me a DM to explore the ways to work with me. And then the first question is girl math, X. God's math, X. God's, oh, sorry, I can't read. Girl math, X. Good math, X. God's math, check mark. Okay, I'm just curious to see how I can work with this woman. I need $11 million. I got 2 animals. I got 2 baby girls that are just needing lots and lots of money. 3 trainings. Get paid by God. Okay, and then she's got the Reckoning. 3 days of sacred destruction. Well, at least it's only $33. It's cheap. Daily attunement, God speaks. The mastermind employed by God. Where should we begin? Okay, let's do I get paid by God. Let's see. God, my check has bounced. Send me a sign to show me where to pick up the next check. Remove the interference between your conviction and the wealth meant to move through you. What the hell do that mean?
God was like, you're done.
3 trainings for women. Of course, it's always women that are targeted in these because we don't know how to do math, apparently, and don't know how that world works and how to make money other than to scam other people from it somehow. But okay. 3 trainings for women who are done negotiating with truth. Me. And ready to start moving the moment God speaks. Most women think their problem is strategy. It isn't. It's the moment they override what they already know. Because powerful women rarely lack power, they override it. And the moment conviction stabilizes, everything changes. What does this mean? Your voice becomes unmistakable. Your authority becomes felt. And the right people move the moment they find you. Okay, I'm not going to read all of this, but what you'll walk away with, hopefully $1 million, but something about conviction and responsibility. Okay, click to join. Get paid by God. So, get paid by God. Somehow I have to pay this woman named Jacqueline Shaw to then get paid by God. Okay, and then I can also add 11 transmissions. Or I can add conviction moves for $22 extra. An $11 transmission is step into a private Telegram channel with an additional 120 minutes of audio transmissions. These are bite-sized wisdom drops and a 30-minute energy clearing activation in the get paid by God frequency. Okay. And then you can get the conviction moves for 22. Conviction demands instant authority. It creates visibility. It's the frequency God plus money responds to. This program is 2 hours and 22 minutes where we don't just talk about conviction, you generate it. Okay, so this is just a total scam. Sounds good. Okay, what else does this lady have to say? I'm just curious. I'm hooked now. And I wonder what she was $200,000 in debt for. So how did you even get a loan for that? Or how did you lose $200K? Let's see what she has to say.
This was a few years ago. I was in a mastermind, and it was $200,000 for the mastermind for a year.
Oh. Okay, so you actually got scammed by a different guru for $200,000. Got it. That makes sense. Okay. So we are dealing with a really, really convicted woman. She would not be tricked or misled for sure.
I was paying on a monthly payment plan, and I will be straight up honest with you. I did not have the money, the cash to pay in full.
No shit.
And so there was a discussion happening in the mastermind at one point because a woman who was in the mastermind had someone sign up to work with her. And she was like, why would you sign up to work with someone on a payment plan if you weren't like sure that you were going to be able to pay that payment plan like the next month and the next month and the month after? And I piped in because many women were in agreement with her, and they're like, and this is why I would only jump into something if I paid in full, or if I knew that I had that money, that I was always able to source it. And so this is what I want to share with you from that. The woman that first initiated this conversation first said, like, I would never. She's like, I could never do that. My nervous system could never handle that. That feels out of integrity to me.
Yeah.
And then as we were talking about it and I was sharing my perspective, she very much felt that it was irresponsible because she said, what if you can't fulfill this contract? Then what are you going to do? And here's the truth for me. What if is not an option for me. Like, what if is not something I would actually ever even entertain. And this comes to a coaching mentorship space like this. I've made a decision like this and a financial decision like this when we were buying our first $2 million house and didn't actually have the full money for the deposit. And people ask me these questions. Well, what if it doesn't work out? What if you don't make the money? What if, going this downward spiral. What if? When I say I don't entertain it, it means I'm not engaging with the energy. Of course, that's possible. That could be a possibility that happens because I have no certainty. I'm making moves in the realm of the unknown in ways that don't make sense, but I don't entertain it, meaning I don't entangle my energy with it.
I don't weigh pros and cons. I do what I want and I hope for the best. Okay, fine. That's a strategy, and it works half the time. Half the time it will work out for a person, and you can just take you're playing craps at the casino. Half the time you pick black and it's black. The other half of the time you pick red and it's red. And the other time, I guess there's 3 halves in this scenario, you pick the wrong one. And it works, and it depends on who you are at what point. So does that mean it's a universal law, or that you can trick yourself or trick the universe into making sure every time it works out? No, it's literally luck. It's like play the lottery. That's the same exact thing. Like, someone's going to win. Yeah, but a lot of people lose. Well, hope for the best that you win. That's the advice here.
And now this also comes with, I also know, like, if that happened, if the scenario was not working out in my favor, that I have the means. I have the means to figure it out. Because the thing is that God does not lead somewhere that he's not willing to provide. And so if that is the experience, there already is an answer to that prayer. There already is a solution that God sees that I don't yet see. And this is where things get...
And I'll just declare bankruptcy and make taxpayers pay for it. So I'm in the clear no matter what, because it's not student debt, it's scammer debt. And that is allowed to be forgiven by the government.
Distorted for most people. You lead with your human mind and then expect God to meet you. I lead with God from the very beginning, and then I expect God to show up. I expect God to show up and deliver and provide because that's what he does.
So this was a few years ago. I was in...
Okay, so I guess the mastermind didn't work because she's calling it debt. So it sounds like the woman that was asking her, are you sure you want to do this, was correct, but she's not going to acknowledge that. And she's actually going to use it as her way of convincing other people to go with my class. Okay, let's just see one more. Oh, it's got videos. She Rises live 2026. As She Rises. Uh-oh, Rachel, they're taking your copyright, girl. She Rises. Maya Angelou, we gotta make sure we're all on the same copyright law. I made millionaires move before I made millionaire money. Okay, here, let's just read this last one. I made millionaire moves before I made millionaire money. And I didn't fake it till I made it. I didn't consult my limitations before I moved. I made moves. Now, what moves are they? We don't know. She's not going to tell us. That stretched my capacity. Decisions that expanded my leadership. I said no to misaligned opportunities that could make me. I said yes to things that I was warned against because I wasn't willing to deny my soul. What is her job? I don't know. Convincing you to give her money, I think, is her job. And that's her leadership. When I had money, I took trips that expanded me and invested in mentorship before paying off my debt. Okay, so she's bad with money. Okay. I didn't play by the rules that were designed to keep me in a box. I rewrote the rules and broke effing free. A new way to 7 figures is your millionaire move. $77. I guess that's a class, or she's going to teach you how also not to look at your bank account and just buy stuff anyways. Okay, so that's Jacqueline. We'll have her on our radar. Where God and money collide, she is that collision point, and we're so happy to be in her presence. I learned so much. Okay. I'm sure Heidi Powell will have her on the podcast any day now. All right, let's move on to reptilians. Okay, this is Let's Talk Reptilians. They are humanoid reptile beings associated with 3D, 4D, or astral realms. Okay, this is looking like the Geico gecko, and also Rango, and also that what was that game from PlayStation 1 where he like licked and he like went around and jumped around. Was it Gecko or something like that? I don't know. Anyways, let's see what this person has to say. This is Aurora's Cosmic Canvas. And this person is here to raise your vibrations with color. She's a Pleiadian harmonizer, cosmic artist, oracle deck illustrator creator, and has an oracle deck. At least she has a job. At least she's creative. At least she has colors and is making some sort of art, so it seems. So more than Jacqueline's doing, in my opinion. Okay, but let's hear what she has to say in her pantry, looks like kitchen pantry, about reptilians.
The reptilians. It's a word I wasn't able to say for a really long time, I'm not gonna lie. Reptilians. They are 3D. I had a really bad vibe with them because of their deep manipulation within our planet, but there are good ones that are truly trying to do great things and rectify some of the crazy shit that has happened. 13 dark men from Orion. Reptilians. Big guys. Scary guys.
Oh.
Millions of...
He's reminding me of Chet Hanks. Something about this. It's giving Chet Hanks for me. Don't mind me. How tall is this reptilian man? Is he one trying to help us, or is he against us? Let me know, Aurora.
Years ago, got into a massive battle with the Lyran. The Orion Wars occurred 10 to 12 million years ago. It was Draco and the Lyran. 50 million were slaughtered in this. Some of the seeding of our DNA had come from peace treaties and things. But ultimately, because of this battle, planets were destroyed.
Girl, you're losing
3 Lyran planets. And refugees from this went off to seed the Pleiadians, the Pleiades, and the Sirians. We had a planet between us and Mars, and it was called Maladek, okay? And that planet was essentially Tiamat, which was the true matriarchy of the reptilians. a glorious cosmic being who was the
Now, is this a fictional novel that she's launching on Kickstarter or what? And I know the answer is no. Seemingly, this person believes that this is real. Now, where she got this information from, I would like to know. She seems like she's got quite the details about the war of Orion or whatever. So maybe she channeled it, or maybe she got it from Instagram. Who knows? But thank you to Denji June. Thank you so much. Denji June says, once in college I got mail for a former tenant and it was girl wash your face plus a letter, and I still think about it all these years later. Were they trying to get you to read it? Thank you. Because if so, you could have learned so many helpful tips about how not to eat pizza and get out of integrity with your diet, and how people will not trust you if you eat pizza. That's what I remember from that book specifically.
I just liked being able to get away with whatever I wanted.
So true. This is also what I have to say to you, Denji.
Screenshot this glow up motherfucker.
And finally.
But are you lazy?
No.
Yes, you are.
Damn. That's what your tenant was trying to tell you. Girl, fix my sink at this apartment complex. Amy, thank you so much, Amy. Amy says, Monk Betty Shetty is turning 17 on August 20th, so you're on notice to start gift shopping. It is also coming up 6 months since Brody passed. Oh, I'm so sorry, Amy. But very exciting that Monk Betty Shetty is turning 17. That she could be on My Sweet 17 on MTV. We could travel back in time, start a dog edition, and then have her be the star of My Super Sweet 17 Dog Birthday Bash. What do you think about that? We can ask this lady if she knows how to time travel. I'm sure she does.
The mango frequency, you're gonna get spanked by the universe.
I had this awakening in my kitchen.
That's what's going on with this lady. Thank you, Amy. And happy early birthday to Betty Shetty. And let's see what else we got. Cooper Callie 3. Thank you so much, Cooper Callie. Cooper Callie says, wish I was this confident in anything. Hell yeah, girl. Me too. Me too. I wish I was this confident to do light language. At least this person's speaking English. There's a bunch of people who are so confident they're not even speaking a language, and they think, I'm helping people.
Transmute, sending it to source, light.
So, next time you think you're not doing enough, just think about those people. They're making money somehow. Enough to power up their phone and, have an Instagram account. And thank you to some guy 0001. Some guy says, tall, dark, handsome reptilian, smash. Do you blame me? I mean, you saw the muscles on those gills? Or whatever? Scales? You can't deny that.
Feels like penis.
Pull it out. Let's see.
What do we got going on? I don't know what reptilians got going on, but in that image.
We're going to get a little weird. You ready for me?
Thank you, some guy. Okay, let's hear more about the war.
True dragon queen, if you will. The dark motherfuckers from Orion ended up coming to that planet and getting kicked off. I believe it almost makes me want to cry because it's so diabolically jacked up. But they got booted because they were being dicks. And when they came back, they blew that planet up. They blew it up. And it wasn't just a planet. Planets are consciousness. Dragon mother, Tiamat, she became that planet, Maladek, and they blew it up, okay? She became the asteroid belt that we have around us. I digress. But there's 4 types of reptilians.
Ooh, did you have a message? I missed it. There's 4 types of reptilians, and one at the end is a superhero. I guess one of the versions is Batman. According to this chart. I do appreciate a chart. If you're going to start bringing up 18 different species, and welcome to Audrey Frank. Hey, Audrey Frank.
Oh shit, there's shit on the pillow.
That one's for you. I appreciate the visuals. Okay, so I like this one. Wait, can you see? I like this guy at the one with the cape. Okay, you get it. Okay, here we go. 4 different types.
the subterranean that go underground and live in tunnels. There's the ones that jump through portals and do their things. There's the silver reptilian queen.
She looks sassy. Silver reptilian queen. She looks like she's got an attitude.
Who guards portals and protects crystal grids. Some groups of reptilians have manipulated humanity for control and power through fear and division of God, separation from God. They may or may not have created some aspects of the religion that controls a lot of people's connection to God. Some groups are good and work to protect the crystal grids and the energy that fuels humanity. Biggest thing for me is discernment and fear. Fear not is a very, very valid statement. Take back your power. Send out your light beams. We are in an age of miracles.
Okay.
For it will take a miracle for humanity to get out of the illusion that we have been in. They feed off fear and lower vibrations. I'm going to say that hawk that just almost flew into the garage agrees.
That could have been a reptilian with wings. That the image you just showed, they all had wings. Maybe that was a reptilian, a mini one.
The reptilians.
Okay, so I do think this is who I want making my oracle decks. This is the person I do want to be making the Earth Court oracle decks for me. You need to have a level of creativity to be able to impress upon the beautiful colors of this earth. So, you know what? No harm, no foul to her. Choose joy. I've heard that one somewhere before. I can't remember where that came from, that phrase, but she's in it. And it looks like Lisa Frank a little bit, but with dragons. Okay, you want to hear about the Anunnaki real quick? Just to hear what else. This is like history lessons. I kind of like it.
Clear.
Okay. Here's the Anunnaki.
What I have come to understand is that the Anunnaki originally came here to mine for gold. They utilized the Homo sapiens that were here at the time, possibly because we had thumbs. And they spliced some stuff and they created a slave race for them so that they didn't have to do as much work to mine the gold.
These little guys look like they got thumbs too, but okay.
And then they left and forgot about us. Or the other theory is that along with that, there are two main Anunnaki brothers. One that has compassion for humanity and one
Inky and Enlil.
That doesn't. The one that doesn't have compassion for humanity is the one that has been ruling over Earth since they got here. And possibly during this timeline split and this new vibrational upgrade that we are going through, the old brother, the one that thinks negatively, the warrior, his reign is done, and that the other brother, the one that actually is often seen.
Thanks, Gregory Schmeggery. Appreciate the jewels. And also Cooper Callie, thank you so much. Cooper Callie says the hawk is a paid actor. Yeah, she's got birds in the house, and she's claiming that. Oh yeah, they're from the outside. Yeah, right. She's got hawks in cages. I feel it. She's a pigeon girl. I can tell.
I began to purge.
Oh, I added a new. It's an old soundbite, but it's a throwback soundbite of Dave. Let me know if you find this too offensive, since he has now passed on. But I'll play it. It was one of my favorites when he was alive.
Oh, I love that sound.
Let me know if that's unsacred, sacrilege. And finally, that was that hawk flying into her garage. Okay.
Shiva is here, is back,
Cooper
and
Kelly.
is instilling really high crystalline vibration so that we can ascend the way that we were meant to. There's an author, Zachariah Stitchin.
Okay, I don't really care. She's got confidence in the way she speaks. Very clear, very confident, and that can go far. She's got 4,300 followers, so good for her. Okay, we wish her well. Let's go back to the saved. Okay, this one I'm excited about. Horses. I love a horse. Horses that diagnose. Did you know horses? They eat hay. They love an apple and some sugar cubes. They can gallop and they can diagnose your Lyme disease. Maybe. Okay, this is called Gold Coast Equine Sanctuary. If you feel the gentle pull, book via DM. Okay, so what is this? This is a healing horse medicine where ancient horse medicine and intuitive energy healing combine to awaken your transformation from within. Okay, I would love to go to do this and get a horse to go over me and go like this over my body on a pillow. So this is not to be confused with like equine therapy where you have a horse and take care of a horse and it helps you. This is something different. This is a diagnostic tool, I believe. Okay, my horse just diagnosed. That's all it says. Let's see.
My horse just diagnosed exactly what he needed to heal. Licking and chewing, he's processing. A yawn, deep release. A sigh, letting go.
Okay.
When he reaches for you with his nose.
There's so much music. Let me just read it to you. My horse just diagnosed exactly what he needed to heal. Licking and chewing, he's processing. A yawn, deep release. A sigh, letting go. When he reaches for you with his nose, he's drawn to exactly where the healing is needed. Backing up is grounding. Touching your crown eases an overactive mind. Closed eyes means he's fully with you. This is healing horse medicine. He was about to eat that lady's hair and de-scalp her, it looked like, and then the woman had to stop. If he's like, ah! It's like, put me back in the barn. I'm sick of this. The first comment is, yes, why go to uni for 7 years to diagnose people when you can get a horse from the sale yard for $150? So true. Okay, what else is here on this one? The unseen. Okay, let's see. Ever wondered why standing near a horse calms you so deeply? Well, some people are terrified.
Horse's heart generates a large rhythmic electro.
Okay, let me read it again. Too much music. A horse's heart generates a large rhythmic electromagnetic field. Research shows, I'm sure it does, research shows that when you are close, your heart rhythm begins to synchronize with theirs, gently building your nervous system into balance, into co-regulation. Your stress lowers, your body softens, you settle into a calmer, coherent state. This is healing horse medicine. I feel like that might be true if you're on the horse. Like if you're riding a horse, maybe you kind of do co-regulate because he or she horse is, moving a certain way, and I don't know, but while you're laying down, I don't know about that. I guess I'd have to read the studies that probably don't exist or are completely so biased it's ridiculous. Okay, they have some exciting news to share. Oh, this horse is having a baby. Yay! A fowl, right? They call it. Let's see. There's some poop. I wonder if that's healing. Healing poop in the corner. My last post-session integration under these beautiful trees. Yeah, what if they poop during the session? What does that mean?
They're going to be dropping some really powerful, amazing, life-changing shiz.
Okay, the horse is like, yeah, you can pet me. Oh, you got knee pain, girl. Your knee is inflamed. That will be $150. Okay. So there you go. If you want to get healed by a horse, that's the place to go. I think it's in Australia. So it seems. And Australia is a great place to be. Never been, would love to go. Okay, now let's go back. We've talked about this lady before, but I love this lady. She never changes her haircut, and I love that about her. She likes to heal via Instagram, But she doesn't just say, I'm healing your ailments. And I appreciate this about her. She doesn't just say, you're healed. She goes, no, I'm going to target exactly what you need. You have a UTI? UTI, baby. Let's cast it out. You got a internal hemorrhoid? Let's talk about it. And I appreciate that. Because then more general, it's like, seems like a scam. This lady, her name's Kathy DeGraw, she will get in there and get specific, which I love. Okay, so here's the last one.
Hey friends, the Lord was just giving me a word of knowledge to pray for UTI, urinary tract infections. So in the name of Jesus Christ, I command all inflammation to get out of your body. I command the root cause of the urinary tract infection to be...
The root cause is a bacteria overgrowth, as far as I understand.
Removed from your body right now. I say release my friends and let them go. I command pure blood, pure urine. I command the blood of Jesus to just flow through your body, releasing healing to every part of your body. I command the pain and the discomfort from UTIs to go in.
Heidi Powell needs this stat. Let's all share it with her. Virtually, of course. Meaning in the ether.
In the name of Jesus. And I decree and I declare creative miracles to come forth in your body now in Jesus' name. Hey friends.
Sounds like she's at the library and she's like, all right, let me get a study room. I gotta get this out to the world. Someone's got a UTI out there and they need my help. Ay. Okay. Also I had a UTI once. I've had a couple UTIs, but I had a UTI once where I'm
getting emotional right now.
Ooh, hold on. Before I go into my UTI story, thank you so much, Amy, for the gifted memberships. Thank you so much.
I am getting emotional right now.
And for that I say,
no, we're not a cult.
This is not a cult.
Just in case anyone is wondering. So I had a UTI, but I drank so much water before I took the test that the results didn't show that I had a UTI, but they assumed because of my symptoms that I did have a UTI, so they gave me a medication, and I was taking it, and it was feeling better, but apparently I had a different strain, and I needed to be on the other medication, and so really my UTI was being left untreated for like 5 days, and then I went to Chicago on a trip, and then was like, walking around and super dehydrated for several more days after I finished the medicine, and then I had like really bad back pain. Turns out I had a kidney infection because of the untreated UTI. So, you need to get the right pills is what I'm saying. And don't rely on people from Kathy to just cast it out of you. You really do need to get the correct medicine for it to work. Otherwise, you'll be laid up in bed and feeling like you are about to exit the earth. Like, that's how I felt. I've never been in that much pain in my life.
This is just stupid.
That's how I felt.
I do not give a fuck.
That's what my kidneys were telling me.
Take off your glasses and go drive a vehicle.
I would have, because I was loopy as hell. Okay, thanks, Kathy. What else can you heal us from? Oh, and thank you to Amy, too, for the gifted memberships. Thank you so much. That is so sweet. That is so gosh darn sweet of you. Oh, my God. I'm going to cast out that demon out of you any day now. Just let me know. You can also buy, she's selling anointing oils, prayer declarations, and healing helps. And she definitely made this graphic herself. This is not AI generated. I can guarantee you that. All of this for only $14.97. You get the anointing oil bottle prayer cloth, Who I Am in Christ booklet, anointing oil booklet, eye, heart, and skin declarations, mind freedom, and mind battles. I got enough mind battles. I don't need yours, Kathy. But okay. Stealing your destiny. Let's see what's stealing it.
Do you know that Jezebel, witchcraft, and the Python spirit come to silence the voice of the prophetic? You're called to be prophetic. We are a prophetic generation, and we're called to release the word of the Lord. But
this might be a throwback, because what are you doing by a fire on July 21st, girl? It's too hot for that. Get away from the fire. That's the devil's juice.
Python spirit silences the voice of the prophetic. It works with Jezebel, and witchcraft to stop you from preaching, from praying, from worshiping, from releasing a prophetic word, teaching the word of God, ministering, evangelizing. It's called.
I think I'm a Jezebel. Oh, she's in the same spot. She was called to pray for this one too.
Hey, friends.
She was called to this exact chair at this exact table by God. She has to be here to pray for this. Okay, which one's this?
The Lord was just giving me a word of knowledge to pray for UTI.
Oh, okay, wait. That was the same one. Just kidding. I take it back. This is a different chair, a different day. This is for pain, knees, joints, and bones. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Knees, joints, elbows, I command them to come into divine order right now. We're going to call forth pain to leave you, mobility to come, inflammation to go. In the name of Jesus Christ, I command your bone marrow to produce properly. In the name of Jesus, I speak and decree that you go in the strength of the Lord with every step that you take, that you're walking and moving with ease, no pain in the name of Jesus Christ. I command that cartilage to perform properly in the name of Jesus. I command your vertebrae to be strong in the name of Jesus, that spine to align with the word of God. Friends, we don't have to live with these. We need to be like the dry bones. Dry bones come alive. Dry bones live. And so that's what I say. Any
dry bones come alive. That's what I always say.
Dry, brittle bone, I command it to go. Osteoarthritis, I command it to go. Osteoporosis, I command it to go. Back pain, back injuries align with the word of God. Friends, I worked with a chiropractor in my book, Healed at Last.
Of course you did. What do you need a chiropractor for? If you have God on your team, you don't need a chiropractor.
We have over 100 declarations just on bones, but there's over 500 declarations in that book.
This person says bones. The comment bones.
Yours wherever books are sold, or comment bones and I'll send you the link.
Bones. Declaration for eyes and ears. Ears and eyes. How to pray over your child's bedroom. Creepy. Here's a dog. Okay. Speak to my eyes. Break prayers of trauma. Gut issues, IBS. How to self-anoint. Okay, here's the oil.
Hey friends, how do I anoint myself with oil when I need healing in my body? I take my anointing oil, I put some oil on it, and I'll go on my shoulder.
All right.
This is where I've had some muscle and nerve pain. I'll say, in the name of Jesus Christ, I touch and agree with the power of Jesus Christ, his resurrection power.
Lady, you're going to have to write that down for me. Thank you, Jackie Unfiltered ASMR. Thank you so much for the jewels. Beautiful flower. Beautiful. So beautiful. Hey, don't eat her food. Don't eat the cat food. You gotta eat the puppy food. Yeah, good luck with that, right? Thank you.
Anointing that's on this oil with the prayer of agreement. I speak for the atonement of what Jesus purchased at the cross to manifest in my shoulder right now. I come into agreement with the prayer that has been prayed over this oil, what Jesus did at the cross, and what the word of God says about healing. And shoulder, I command you to come into alignment with the word of God. Friends, you don't
have to pray like that. Well, I hope not, because that was quite a mouthful, Kathy. And I don't think we have the memory abilities to recite that every time we got a little pain. And also, my question is, why did God give you the pain in the first place? So you have to heal yourself from it. I don't get it. I don't get it logically.
Have to pray like that. You can say whatever the Holy Spirit tells you to say. And if you need some of the anointing oil that we have created and prayed over, you can get that at KathyDeGrawMinistries.org, along with a free PDF ebook on biblical usage and understanding of anointing oil.
It's probably a nonprofit too, or she doesn't have to pay taxes or some bullshit. Okay, thanks, Carol. Declarations for liver cancer, fatty liver, inflammation, liver disease, IVF, how to cast out demons. Okay, one more.
Do you need to take authority over the demons in your life?
Yes.
Do you need to take authority over spiritual warfare, but
Yes.
you don't know how?
Yes.
You think everyone else can pray better than you can? We've all been given authority. And I want to teach you how to use the authority that we walk in to cast out tens of thousands of demons and to heal the sick. Jesus isn't a respecter of persons. He said, I give you authority to trample on demons, to heal the sick, to raise the dead. And now we have put that together in a course with my husband. My husband and I taught a live 3-day teaching where we were casting out demons, teaching believers their authority, teaching them the love of the Father, teaching them the scripture of Psalm 91, breaking word curses, evicting witchcraft. And we put that together in a deliverance.
Why does your husband have to be involved? I don't see him on this Instagram. We're here for you, Kathy. You go, girl. I don't want to see your husband. Stand on your own. Come on. You don't need him involved. Why does it always have to be a husband involved? Boo. Boo. Am I right, ladies? Yeah. Thank you.
Intensive for you. You can go over to training.kathydegraw.ministries.org and get videos, teaching, workbook, notes, your freedom, your deliverance, train your teams at the same time. Check out my deliverance intensive at training.kathydegraw.ministries.
So she did a training, and then you're going to do the training to train your teams about how to get the demons out. Seems convoluted. Just give us the key right now. I don't have 3 days to kill. I mean, I definitely do, but I don't want to. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Anointing oil. Here's a website. Let's see what she's up to. What is happening? She's okay, everybody, I swear. Ooh, Kathy! She's in the daytime to nighttime conversion look. You can easily take this outfit from daytime in the office to a nighttime happy hour. She learned. She's like, oh, just pair it with a leather jacket. Hello, friend. Jesus purchased your victory. I never heard that terminology before. Jesus purchased. It's very capitalistic of her to say that. Jesus purchased our salvation. Oh, she's got a YouTube channel too. Man, okay. Well, I'll go subscribe.
Jesus said, I give you authority. You have more authority over your situation than the person that you've asked to pray for you.
She's got less subscribers than me, so I'm happy. I'm happy with that. And she loves the AI, as you can see. She's God told her AI, good with me. AI, okay for me, for Kathy as well, at least. All right, let's move on. Thanks, Kathy. I feel like my UTI is much better under control now. It's only moderately causing me harm at the moment. Oops. Okay. What's this? Okay, this is Amber. We've looked at her before. I forget what her deal is. But it says, make it snappy. Whatever you're trying to manifest, no doubt, no fear, command it out of your heart. Okay, here we go. She's got a one-on-one quantum alignment sessions where we make crazy quantum leaps happen with us and God. And I'll... Hey! Come here! Kitty cats! Come here, Taro. Sorry. Okay, let's see. Concerning arm pattern, I will say. Thank you, Jackie Unfiltered. Happy poop. I love it.
No one wants to see worms come out of them.
Clear, clear, clear.
I done seen people pull a worm out their butt and the worm will break off and the other half of the worm will suck back in their booty hole.
Ooh, shit. Thank you. Okay, so she's got some sort of writings on her arms. You want to come up? Come on. Escape from the puppy. Hey. Come on. Okay, we're making a swap. Speaking about right now is her going like this, very close to a lit candle, and then the candle blew out. And as everyone knows, a little bit of air is created when you do that with your finger. Right, Tara? Even you know that. Even you know. So that's what she's talking about, as if she's accomplished climbing Mount Everest. Two can put out the light of a candle 4 inches from your fingers.
Bam. It'll happen. It'll happen.
Okay, let's watch it again. We don't have to listen to the whole thing, but this is what she was just saying. Believe in yourself, and you too can do what I do. And I also have quantum leaping classes you can join if you were impressed by this. Ready? Whoa! Whoa! We have lost it as a society. We are all so far gone from help. Okay, so this person is an inspirational weirdo. Where do I remember her from? Oh, she was on the show. She was on the on Caleb Hammer on YouTube because she had no job or something. Okay, yes. Okay, now I remember. She is inspirational weirdo, activating unapologetic authenticity in spiritual artists. Okay. Comedy for radical self-liberation. Okay, I could get behind that. Quantum alignment one-on-one. Okay, let's see how much this cost. This is a person that had mold in their house and was living with their dad and had no money and something. $100. You can get quantum alignment for an hour, 45 minutes. Well, at least you're getting a long time. And this is her qualifications. Hi, I'm Amber. For over 12 years, I've devoted myself to living my best life, despite a painful past. I've pursued traveling, healing, studying my trauma, regulating my nervous system, expanding my consciousness, and collecting energetic hygiene tools. Quantum alignment is my signature. One-on-one spiritual healing facilitation session that brings together everything I've learned into one deeply intuitive and personalized experience so that you can take the next step in living your most aligned life. Sessions are approximately 45 minutes. Okay, but why does it say 1 hour, 45 minutes? Now it's not such a good deal. Now it's actually a bad deal. You've lied to me. People who have come to quantum alignment while moving through experiences such as, okay, here's the list of vulnerable people that you may fall under. Feeling hopeless or emotionally overwhelmed, self-destructive or self-sabotaging patterns, loneliness and disconnection, financial blocks or scarcity patterns, shame or compulsive behaviors, creative blocks, resistance to making a life transition, fear of being seen, repeating the same emotional loops, knowing what they want but feeling unable to move forward, feeling disconnected from purpose, joy, or inner peace. Oh. And then it says, so all this at the top is bullshit. You got to scroll down to see the real truth of what she's actually asking. Current investment, pay what you can between $100 and $10,000. I can't pay $10,000, but I would not like to either. Pay what you can between $100 and $10,000 USD for a private 45-minute quantum alignment session. Kind words from past clients. I feel peace for the first time in 40 years. I was having issues being completely 100% confident in myself. I knew that I felt really strongly about acting, that I wanted to move away from being a paralegal, and I just felt really comfortable doing that after the session. Okay. Ay. Okay, but there's no times in July. Damn it. Well, I need to quit my paralegal job. What am I supposed to do now? Amber, get your Calendly updated. Won't let me change. Okay. What is an Amber? When the sister who travels the world visits the sister who pays a mortgage. Okay, a lot of modeling pics. Okay, what's this? She's doing healing sessions. Let's see her reels. See what else. Well, let's see what other candles she's put out. I conceptualize a commercial in which I sit on a caribou at a rice farm, and 1 week later I'm sitting on a caribou at a rice farm. Hey, what is it like when you're the writer, producer, director, and lead talent of a commercial? Because she does UGC content, by the way, which is user-generated content. So, okay, that's what she's up to. What else? Other spiritual people meditate. I do whatever this is. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is blocking it. Hold on, do it again. There's a candle. Now, does she not understand how wind works or air flow? Nurse? Now light it up again. Light it up again with your mind, and then I'll be impressed.
I got the power! You guys can do this too. We can literally do anything. We can literally do anything.
Then light it up. Hold on. I gotta try this out real quick. I actually do have a candle already lit for this purpose. Hold on. Don't look at my shorts. Thank you to Jackie Unfiltered. Thank you so much. Okay, look. It's lit, right? Watch. Ready? Whoa. Did you guys see that? I got the power! That was crazy. I need to sign up. I wish I could sign up for a quantum class, but her thing's blocked. Thank you, Jackie.
Why do you follow me if you don't already own my book?
And also, I keep hitting that one. I don't know why. Thank you again to Jackie. Thank you so much.
My guardian angels, my spirit guides.
Transmute.
medium. I channel all day.
Source light.
Luckily, I wear this magical amulet.
Am I the only hippie?
Let's tune into this ankle.
I'm more of a hippie than you are.
My guardian angels, my spirit guides.
I'm a big time hippie, and I'm very woo-woo.
Thank you, Jackie. Okay.
And it's one of my dreams that people believe that. You can make the dream life happen. You can travel. You can freaking play with fire.
Her roommate's in the background like, oh my god, I'm not getting my half of the rent. I'm gonna have to double up my half this month again. This girl's lost it.
This is the best game ever.
Okay. Oh, here's another one. Okay, this is fun. So this is now kicking. Sometimes it's not about trying harder. It's about slowing down, focusing, and deepening your breath. Okay, so you see the little tea light. Okay. Punch didn't work. Stomach forward didn't work. Yep. Get your... Yes. Make more wind. That didn't even work. Oh, no. More wind didn't work. Nope. Didn't work again. This is the devil speaking. Oh my god! What? What? I can't believe that happened. Whoa. Hey, yeah, twerk it, girl. Twerk it, girl. Okay. It amazes me every time. Okay, sorry. One more. She's got a lot of candles. She's trying out different styles. Was just checking if I still got it. 4 months out of practice. Attempted 9 inches away. Third try. Looks like this quantum inner work is paying off. Thank you, Jackie.
Cutting edge spirituality.
I'm connected to the mystics and the different starseed systems.
$15,000 in crystals here. The mango frequency.
This is government water.
Thank you. Okay. No. No. Oh my. Whoa. Yeah, girl. You did that shit. You did that shit. Mm-hmm. That candle's from 1800.
Call me. Call me.
Oh, she's another pee drinker. Uh-oh. Drinking pee and menstrual blood. Ugh. No, girl. No, girl. Come on, girl. You don't need to do that.
Gone too far.
Yes.
Nah. It's just different.
Okay, well, that's what she's up to. So she's traveling quite a lot. So she must have found money somewhere. Good for her. She can blow out candles. She can do it all, folks. Congrats. Okay. Let's get a man's word. I'm sick of these ladies. I've seen horses, I've seen ladies. I need a man. I saw the reptilian man thing, and that was good, but now we need a real man to teach us how to be rich. Okay, this guy is Eric Spofford. Eric Spofford. He's the CEO of Spofford Enterprises, which I'm sure is just more of, okay, him flexing on shit. A new concept we are working on, potentially 65 apartments. Potentially because I don't own this. Potentially because I have nothing to do with this apartment complex. I just took a picture of it. Thank you, Jackie. You are the queen of the jewels. You are jeweling. You hold the crown of jewels. And I appreciate you.
I'm going to send you so much love and so much light and so much good energy today because I feel like you need it.
Say thank you, Jackie. Maybe. She's thinking it. She told me. Okay, so this is a man, as I can tell because he's standing next to a private jet, that knows business, that knows what he's talking about. Look, a picture of a yacht? Come on. You know this guy has all the answers, and we must listen to him with open ears and open hearts, okay? Sleep when you're rich. Here's his advice. How much sleep should new entrepreneurs be getting? Okay, I'm going to guess 8. Let's see.
How much sleep you get a night? Should get 3. I'm just kidding. But fucking 6 is crazy. How old are you? You're 25 years old. You get 6 hours of sleep? You're poor. You don't, do you or do you not have millions of dollars in the bank? You're sleeping like a motherfucker that does. You know how many hours of sleep I get?
0.
7.5, because I'm rich and you're not. You know how many I got at your age? All-nighters. How much sleep you?
So stop sleeping. Hustle harder. Brand new concept. Love it. Sleep when you're rich. First comment, I love you, bro. Second comment, this is horse shit. I got 8 hours of sleep when I was broke, and I sleep 8 hours now that I'm a millionaire. Health is wealth. Don't believe anyone telling you otherwise. I'm with you, commenter. He sold last company for 9 figures. Business is war. Okay, let's follow him. Okay, this looks casual, and he's spread wide open. So that's the kind of interviews I like to watch when you're wearing a child's outfit, looks like. The blessing comes disguised as a curse. Okay, let's hear what he has to say.
Look back at the last journey of almost 20 years of chasing dreams and goals. There were periods of time where the sun was out, everything was great, things were the way that I wanted.
That was one of the Tate bros getting his arm rubbed by some other guy.
For them to be, you need those times. Those times are...
Doesn't his outfit look like a baby onesie that they give to little boys? And then they put a little hat on them?
There are seasons in this journey. Those are the times that you get to reap the reward of all your efforts and struggles. And I look back at those times and I'm grateful for them because I have great memories and they were very enjoyable. They are definitively not the times in my life that built me into the man that I am, though. The times that I was able to have the most growth, the most development, the things that made me me, were the times where life was unbelievably hard. That the circumstances that were in front of me, the problems that were on top of me.
I don't know what he's talking about. I don't care. The harder it is, the better. And here's why.
I would fucking push myself to the point, not for a week, not for a month, not for a fucking year. Year over year over year over year, I would push myself to the absolute fucking max, to the point where I was going to break. Like, I would have times in my fucking professional career that I think that I was on the verge of having a fucking stroke. I could feel the nerve tinglings in my face and my hands, and I would just kind of sit and like, all right. Like, I would push myself to the brink of fucking... You know what I fucking thought at the time
This guy loves the F word.
that I was doing it? You know what you're not gonna do? This. If you wanna fucking beat me, you wanna keep up, you're gonna have to do what I do. And most people are not willing to do that.
I don't know what he does other than sales class, where he talks about how hard he worked in the past and how hard he worked before. And I guess that is a business these days, unfortunately, in this capitalist America that we now call home. And some of us always have called home. Some may say. Bone Palace Ballet. Thank you so much to Bone Palace Ballet. They say, I finally made it to a live. By the way, I'm from Canada. You're from Canada? No. I guess what? I was just in Canada. I was in Ontario on Monday night, eh? What's today? Tuesday? No, I was in... Yeah, technically I was. That's more... I'm sounding more Fargo, North Dakota. But I was in Canada, in Ontario, on Monday morning, and I drove over the border on Sunday. Do I have my Canada ones? Shit. I rechanged them. I don't have any Canada ones, but I have this set up right now.
And they call that a bisexual tone.
Jeez, this is so good. Buzzing with joy.
Okay, this is for you, Bone Palace Ballet. And I wish I had my soundbite set up where it's, one of the things that fascinates me most about you is that you're from Canada.
There's literally no place in the world than I would rather be than right here with you.
The Ontario accent is like this. Oh, come on. No, that's not. That's more West Coast. Oh, come on, silly Joe. That could be Chicago, too. Oh, did you get the pizza? Did you go get the pizza over at Joe's? Oh, that pizza's so good, eh? Sorry. I lived there for several years, and I've visited very recently, and they don't speak like that. You're right. Thank you, Colleen. Oh, my gosh. There's Colleen. Colleen, W-N-E-K. Thank you so much. Okay, do I have that one on here? You know what? I can pull it up on my computer. And let's see. Kia's World. Sound effects. Thank you, Jackie. The Queen continues. The Jewel Brigade. Heidi Powell, where are you? Heidi Powell is my best friend. Here's another one. Here's a Heidi Powell classic, new one.
I can cut a bitch.
There is Colleen. There's Colleen. Yes. I did it. Also, since we're here, I'll play some new ones.
I had a breakdown. A ship at sea is safe. Something about a harp. I don't know. Ironically, the guy's name is Dave. My life is doomed. Suck on my toe. Did you take your Vyvanse today?
Those are all the fresh new ones. Thank you, Colleen. Okay. It's hard stuff is good for you, blah, blah, blah. I don't like that this guy uses so much music. It's annoying. Okay, well, let's just hear. God himself wants you to know you deserve the blessing.
Every single time you're about to level up massively in life, there is a massive pullback. There's a period of adversity. Mm-hmm. It is when problems come, stress, pressure. Yeah. It never feels like that. It never feels like the test that comes before the blessing. but I assure you that it is. If you look at my journey, it's like the stock market. It goes like this over the last 20 years. Like I've been up and then I feel like I'm crashing. I get down and I bounce off whatever that bottom is and I catapult into the next level.
Do we know what he does yet? No.
It's like very similar to a bow and arrow. When you pull it back, the further you pull, the more pressure backwards, the harder it is. When you let go, the further it catapults forward. But here's the test, guys. Here's what they don't tell you, is that it is meant to try to get you to give up. God himself, the universe, wants to see if you're deserving of what's to come next, right? Are you going to give up? Are you going to tap? Are you going to quit?
Yes, sir. I will be quitting. Because I like to enjoy my life. And you sound like you have hated your life. And I don't even have a link for your business. What do I even do? Entrepreneurial family office, turnkey real estate, treatment centers, bonus round charters, and Spoda Fair, which has 209 followers. So he's renting out a chartered plane. Okay, that's one of his businesses. One of his businesses is bonus round charter. So he's, probably going in on a yacht with some other doofuses and you can rent it in Miami. And then treatment centers is a behavioral health care company offering a full continuum of care across multiple states. That's concerning. He's in a behavioral health business. White Light Behavioral Health Business Development Team presented to On the Front Lines this week in Cincinnati. We support all the passionate individuals who work on the front lines with those struggling with mental health. Accepting patients for detox and residential care in Columbus. Okay, so he's got some sort of rehab facility that was back in 2022, has 300 followers. Okay, that's one of his businesses, allegedly. And then turnkey real estate. Ooh, this is big business, guys. This is what he's been sacrificing his happiness for since he was born. Here we go. What do we do? Let's see.
Turnkey Investments is we make real estate investors out of ordinary, everyday, average Americans. Most of our folks have 9-to-5 jobs, own businesses, are entrepreneurs, have families, children, have minimal time, don't have much experience in real estate or have very little experience in real estate. And every once in a while, we get to work with real estate professionals to just employ our team to go and build them a larger scale portfolio. What we do here at Turnkey Investment.
So they'll take your money and you hope that you get some back. Oh, who's this guy? We use our own money to buy the best Section 8 properties, renovate them, and place quality tenants. Select from our portfolio of cash flow ready Section 8 properties, review pre-screened tenants, and buy the property without the headache. Using our own cash. You can get on his calls. Who is this for? This is not a business opportunity where you're making money out of thin air. This is real estate investing. This is for decisive investors who want tangible assets with monthly income potential and appreciation potential over time. They're putting that potential in there. Oh, I've gone into the void, everybody. Sorry. I am still here. You can still hear me, right? This is for people who are ready to build cash flow through real estate investment strategies. You must have at least $40K in liquid cash. I'm back. Thank you, Jackie. Thanks for the hot pepper or chili. You must have at least $40,000 in liquid capital. Our property inventory ranges from $90,000 to $120,000 in high yield zip codes around the Ohio, where Section 8 demand is strong. We will also help you with financing if needed, even if you've never bought an investment property before. We'll connect you with lenders who specialize in investment properties and guide you through the process. Oh boy. I cannot imagine what the rate on that is. Like, yeah, we'll give you a loan, 50%, 100% actually return rate. You'll never pay it off. Okay. This sounds like a major scam. Here's a big disclaimer. Huge disclaimer. Results not typical. Shocking. Okay, let's hear. Who's this person? Let's see. He seems really trustworthy because he's got a teddy bear in the background and a fake fire. Let's see.
Do you want to become a real estate investor?
Yeah.
If so, we can help you get there a lot faster.
Okay.
In fact, you probably make more money with us than if you were to do it on your own. And I'm about
Probably, but likely not. Also, why do I need you guys? Can if I want to buy an investment property, I just buy an investment property.
to offer you in this video an opportunity to invest in real estate where we do all the heavy lifting for you. A full end-to-end done-for-you service where we find the deals, buy the properties, do the renovations, and help you find a tenant by giving you options to choose from.
Now, why would, if they're doing all of that, why would they just not own the property? What do they need your ass for?
Hi, I'm Blake, and every month our team buys a handful of Section 8 properties across certain parts of Ohio using our own cash. And using our own cash, we built a portfolio of hundreds of properties across Ohio.
Makes no sense.
As an example, for demonstrative purposes,
Okay, here's the fine print. Cash flow will vary based on numerous factors beyond turnkey properties control, including individual circumstances, occupancy rates, market conditions, maintenance costs, and other variables. Okay, I'm feeling super confident in this scheme. I mean, opportunity.
some of our properties generate as much as $599 a month in cash flow with as little as
Yeah, it does give AI. I'm unsure. I'm 50-50. This guy could be an AI bot.
$40,000 invested. And we do this for ourselves before we do it for anyone else. We find the deals, we do the renovations, we handle the contractors, we refer you to a great lender that we work with, we find the first tenants, and a significant amount of the upfront work is completed by our team before a buyer ever steps in, helping reduce common execution mistakes. You name it.
Why?
We do it for ourselves. Now we are doing this for high income earners who want to profit from real estate in Section 8, but don't have the time or experience to do so.
High income earners, but you only need $40,000 liquid cash to do this, and they'll give you financing. So that's not really typically high income earners. And why would a high income earner want such a risky, weird business?
In fact, we already have a handful of fully renovated Section 8 properties ready for people to jump in on. And from there, the buyer steps into a property that has already gone through acquisition, renovation, and initial setup. They don't have to buy a course, learn about renovations,
Jackie.
learn about finding the right tenants, learn how to find the right deals, and all of that stuff from scratch. We give you the deals that we have right now, and we can educate you on anything that you need so that you could find something that fits your budget, your investing strategy, and your game plan. Like this one property right here, where we can walk you through the project.
Now, is this a real home? It's got a beautiful bush. Okay, looks nice. Okay, let's see.
Numbers based on current rent approvals, expenses, and conservative assumptions. Or like this one, that's currently generating
Beautiful.
$418 a month in net cash flow that one of our clients acquired with our help. We know how
$400? We're going to go through all this work for $400 a month? That's not a good investment, is it?
the best position to get properties their maximum viable rent. And we follow established screening and compliance processes to help reduce common tenant-related issues. We know how to do the renovations right. We know how to deal with the contractors. We know how to find the right deals and what makes them good or bad. And we'll do all this for you. At that point, you take ownership of a property that has already...
So I'm going to assume that then you're paying them a monthly fee to do all this work for you, because why else would they do it? Just give you the property. You're putting up the 40 grand up front so that they can put the money down on the down payment because they don't have the cash flow to do it. Then you're paying them a property management fee of $1,000 a month plus or whatever for them to do all this and to handle the tenants and to do the renovation. So you end up actually paying them money and you make no money. That's gonna be my guess. I don't know. I ain't no real estate expert here, but that would be my guess. Because why else would, if this business made sense the way that they're saying, why would they just not do it and have an empire of Ohio Section 8 places? It's because they don't have the money to be able to do it. That's why they need to bring in people. Plus they can get this extra income for the maintenance on it. So they're getting the tenant money and they're getting these people who are paying to learn investments money. A Squirrel on Steroids. Thank you so much to Squirrel on Steroids. Squirrel on Steroids says, hi, everyone. I will have to watch the stream on replay. Just wanted to wish everyone a good evening. Kia, love your streams. Always highlight on my Wednesday. Oh. Well, gosh darn your heart. That is so sweet. You are so dang sweet. And I love squirrels. Thank you so much.
Wow. You're so wise.
You're so wise. And it looks like you're from Canada. And so I will once again do my Canadian accent just for you.
You have strong sugar glider energy.
So I was over at Timmy's getting a double-double, and then this man walks in, and he's wearing a Maple Leafs jersey, and I said, oh my gosh, the season's over, give it a break. And I say, oh, shut your pie hole, Mary, I'm out of laundry, you know? And then I walked out, and I didn't even get my Timbits.
Jeez, this is so good.
That's for you, Squirrel on Steroids. Thank you so much. All right, so this is a scam. We get it. Blake, he's a scamorama. He may be an AI, and whoa. He's a scammer-lammer, and it all started with this guy. This guy looks like he doesn't sleep ever, unfortunately, and he actually regrets every decision he's ever made. And that's unfortunate when you're trying to be in the motivation game. When I look at you and I feel pity, I don't know if I want to buy. I don't know if I want the turnkey into that. Anyways, that's Eric. Thanks, Eric. We wish you well. I don't think you're going to make it, unfortunately, in this business. But okay, you're trying. Okay, what's this? Feeling Things podcast. Feeling Things with Amy and Kat. A place for anyone who has ever had feelings or wants to. Okay, I don't know if this is a spoof or if this is a real thing, but I did pull this for some reason. Okay. Breaking news or fake news? Let's see.
Did you know that straws are supposed to go like this?
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
What?
Yes, they are.
No.
Because when you get to the bottom, it's easier to slurp up what's left at the bottom. You know how if you're on this end, you have to like maneuver it?
Who
I
told you
I saw
this?
so many posts about it.
I don't think that's right.
No, it's right. It is right. I know it seems crazy, but that's
isn't it easy
you've been using your straws all wrong. I saw this and it made sense to me. Does it not? Did you know?
Okay, well, that's something that I think is not true. Gosh darn! These demons! We need to cast out everyone start praying. We need to cast the demons out of this Sony A7S II. I've only streamed for the last 5 years for 8 hours a week. It should be able to handle it. It must be a demon. Okay, we need to just all take our collective consciousness right now. Enter the mango frequency. Okay, and then now we need to do some light language to get the demons out of the camera so that you can see me on camera. Ready? Tarot, you too. Come on. Okay. I think that might have done it. Good job, everybody. Yay! It's back. I'm sure it'll go away again, but we'll cross that road when we reach it. You know what I mean? Okay. Here's a guy who got scammed by Patrick Bet David. Okay. Well, we'll see if he got scammed. He says he paid $150K to meet with this guy. And this is another one of those guys that is like, you know what I do? I don't sleep. I don't see my children. I have no fun, but I'm rich. And this is good advice for you out there. So here we go.
Patrick Bet David's office, and I did a one-on-one with him. I paid $150,000. The main thing I wanted to figure out was how to go from 40 million to 100, 200 million, or $1 billion company. And then he was like, well, this recruiting company did like 6.7 billion this year. This recruiting company did $1 billion. This recruiting company did $1 billion. And he's like, Google, how many companies did over 100 million in recruiting last year? And it's like a bunch. And he's like, so what do you say? And I just was like, oh, point taken. That's when I actually realized there's no reason this business can't scale. I went to Patrick Bet-David's office. And
So he Googled some stuff and he said, well, other companies did it. And this guy goes, oh, thank you, sire. You are so wise. Here's my money. Okay. Here's the podcast, the Grant Owen podcast. Now, I will say Grant Owen. Don't know who this is. Well, I don't know. Who's Grant Owen? This is Grant Owen or this guy's Grant Owen? Because I'm seeing him more than I'm seeing. Okay, this guy. Great hair. Whoa. Full. Thick. Good for him. Okay. What else does he have to say? What else does this guy have to say? I realize it's too late.
I can tell you right now that 95% of those calls and meetings that I had that took the place of me spending time with my kids were pointless and could have been an email.
No shit.
And that for me was like the real moment for me where it readjusted my entire lens of how I look at life and success and everything else. I can tell you right now that
Okay. CEO admits he suffered from Michael Jordan syndrome. That means when you shoot up to be 6'8" and start to play basketball really good because you found a special pair of shoes in the streets of LA. But there's a bully at the orphanage that you have to make sure doesn't find out.
We hit $1 million in revenue, not enough changed. Because for too long, I think I suffered from what I tell the team all the time now is like star individual contributor syndrome, like Michael Jordan syndrome. I had built my entire identity around being the one to make content, being the one to close every sales call, being the one to like be the hero in the room. Yeah. And what a real CEO does, so when a founder and entrepreneur graduates and transforms into being a CEO, is they recognize that they have to step off the floor and instead not be in the business, but be outside of the business observing what is this compounding system and engine that I'm building. Yeah. And so at $1 million, I wish I'd already felt that way because I think we'd be significantly more successful than we are today. When we hit $1 million.
Okay, this podcast is boring. Okay. I think that was just a random one. All right, what's this? The thing about me, I'ma make it happen. Okay, let's see what she's got. This is Sales Daddy. Low silver. She's got black cat energy. You hear that? Shorter in real life, probably home coloring, get better at sales. She's got a Sales Daddy Academy. Coaches suck at sales, apply for help. Get into high ticket sales. $1 million sales framework, only $6-7. Free masterclass, the closer villain arc. Okay, let's just go to one random one. Close more calls. Okay, but let's hear her first before we get deep into her lore. Here's what you can expect.
I'm so done. I don't want to sit anymore. I don't want to talk. I don't want to yap. I don't want to teach. I don't want to do anything. I want to go to fucking Bali.
I made it.
Out in the six, I'm a national treasure. The niggas that bad me gon' bad me.
Okay, so she was sick of working. Now she's going to Bali. Okay. Okay. Got it. That was a great one. Okay. Let's see. How to sell a sales bro. Subtle foreshadowing. This guy tried to take frame from me within the first 10 seconds of the call. Okay. Taking frame is a phrase I've heard in the manosphere for quite a while. I don't know what it means. So maybe she'll explain.
Oh, you're taking frame? This is crazy. This is how to deal with an alpha on a sales call who tries to steal frame. We're not doing that, sweetheart, okay? Hello?
Just got back from Miami. I went for a sales conference. And alright, so this is my situation.
Oh, you're taking frame? This is crazy.
I've been doing sales probably for like 10, 15 years. Like, I was born and raised in the
Okay, wait, hold on. I'm gonna pause you. I understand that you're a sales bro. I love it. I think it's great. I'm a sales girly. We're salespeople. I just need to get clear first on like what it is that you're here for. How can I support you so I can just know that first?
I'm leading up to my story, and I don't mean to like try to take control or like run into it. I just want to know if we could work well together. This is like my dilemma. And again, like if you have any questions, you can let me know.
Hold on on that. Hold on. Okay, hold on, pause. Let's take a breath. I want to get super clear on what your problem is. So I appreciate you coming in hot. I love the energy. I think it's great. But my goal is to hear more about what it is that is going on. We can talk about some solutions throughout the call. And if it feels aligned to work together, we can talk about exactly what that would look like. We'll discuss investment. And if not, I will also clarify that too. So I'll be super forward. I'm a very transparent person. Let's go ahead and dive into it. I just want to know first and foremost what specifically motivated you to book this call with me before you get into like the lay of the land. I just want to understand what the problem is, just as a way to make sure that we're utilizing this time as well as we possibly can. Oh, you're taking frame.
Okay, seems a little aggressive to me personally, but okay. I don't know what you're selling, but get it, girl. Okay, get into high ticket sales. Here's Mina Bikini.
Been wanting to get into high ticket sales. At this point, you're probably typing into TikTok or Instagram high ticket sales, and now your algorithm is literally myself and like 4 other people in the space, and you're wondering what program should I join or what's going to be the right fit for me. I am hosting a free, not pre-recorded, it's a live masterclass to show you the villain arc, the way I teach my closers how to be great closers, how the industry works, and how to become closers that businesses don't play with twice. It's not just about you getting the skill set you need to go into businesses and close. It's also about finding an offer in a business that supports the earning potential that you would like. The problem with the closing space is that so many people want to get into it, but they get into businesses that only can afford to pay them $1,000 or $2,000, which makes sense maybe when you're first starting. But when you're building over time, that's not going to be sustainable for you to live. You need to be making $8,000, $10,000, $12,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month for you to be able to build the lifestyle that you want to build. And that's where I'm here to kind of just share and shed light on the fact that not only is it important for me to help you learn this skill set, but it's equally as important to help you find the offer that makes the most sense. So what I am doing that's different is not only am I bringing in closers to train, but I'm bringing on 35 businesses that are looking for closers like yourself. And I'm only selecting 35 closers to be a part of those businesses once they are trained. If you are someone who...
So scam businesses need people to help them to get people to get into the scam, and it's one big, circle jerk of all of them that are teaching you how to close, become a closer, to become a closer, to close a deal, to become a so it's like the coaching coaches thing. It's closing closers. Hey, I'm a closer at a closing business. I'm losing my mind here, you guys. Okay. You don't suck at sales, you're just not good. LOL. So true. So true. Okay, here. Low, I need to fix this. Okay, help me.
Okay, so you don't suck at sales. You're just not as great as you would like to be. And that's why you're here on this video right now. It's because you're either a business owner who takes your own sales calls, or you're a closer who's taking calls for someone else, and you're leaving money on the table on calls that you know without a shadow of a doubt you should be closing. Are you going to close every single sales call you take? No. But the ones that you know you should be closing and be collecting on, and you're not, those are the ones that are the problem. Those are the ones that are within your control. Whether it's that you're lacking confidence, you're lacking control, authority, the framework, or brevity to be able to properly articulate the worth and value of your offer to get the person prepared to make the investment on the call. And if you're watching this right now, it's probably because you're lacking in one of those areas or more. So I'm inviting you right now to book a call with me so we can talk about how we can fix your...
So I can be mean to you and tell you not to take over the conversation, and I will be screaming at you as you try to talk to me about it. She didn't scream, but still. Things I do to make $20K remotely. Let's see.
Do to make $20,000 a month remotely. You want to work remote, you want to live in Bali, you want to travel the world, do whatever the hell you want to do. You can only do that if you have Wi-Fi, phone, laptop. Most of you guys who are watching this have one or the other, if not both. So you're already winning. Number 2, you need to become an entrepreneur, not an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is someone who starts their own business and works for themselves. An entrepreneur is someone who has their own business and works inside of someone else's business. And before you get it twisted like, I don't want to be an employee. That's the whole point. I want to be able to work remote and work for myself. Being an entrepreneur in sales is completely different because you do own your own business, create your own schedule, have your own agency, work on your own time, do what you want, when you want, wherever you want to, but you're taking the structure and you're embedding it into someone else's business that already has the leads, the offer, and the proof of concept that you don't have to go and get. The third thing you're going to do is you're going to pick up a laptop and you're going to spend the next 90 days learning high ticket sales. How are you going to do that? You're going to learn directly from me. We'll talk about that at the end. Or if you don't want to learn from me and you don't want to hire anyone to do it, go to YouTube University, go to Instagram, go to TikTok, type in high ticket sales and go learn sales. It's actually not that difficult to learn the sales process. Sales is by far the highest paying skill that you can.
I always hear, you got to say, low, Listen, Lo, I got a great offer for you, Lo. I want to help you so much, Lo, and I know you're going to be perfect for this offer. And the investment in this, Lo, is not that much in the grand scheme, because think about it. If you learn just one little tidbit from my masterclass, Lo, you are going to find that you're going to 10x the amount that it costs to go into this program. And I know you're going to do well. I can tell based on your call and your presence on Zoom at this very moment how good you are and how well you're going to fit in. And this is meant for you. And so this investment is really an investment in you. And if you invest in anything else, do you invest in the stock market? Yeah, exactly. So this is even better than that because you control you. And then the demons came again. I'm in the middle of a sales call. And they want to take away my freedoms. And they want to take away my beautiful face. Anyways, do you guys want to buy or what? Okay, so that's a high ticket closer. Oh, yeah, I just showed that one. Let's see another guy. Well, I give my camera a rest for a second. How about we, let's hide myself. I'll just talk at you. Here's one. This is a man named Doctor of Chiropractic. Duh, of course. If it says doctor, you got him, and it's a scammer, he's definitely a chiropractor. Okay. Dr. Patrick Flynn. Why I wouldn't let anyone I care about get a mammogram. Okay, so grateful that chiropractors are finally getting into their lane and sticking to what they know. That he's now encouraging women, do not get a mammogram. Okay, here's why he has to say this.
Would never allow anybody that I care about ever get a mammogram. And I don't want to hear your stories in the comments that mammogram found my breast cancer. Yeah, the doctor you've been to take care of you led you to breast cancer in the first place, and they could have done it by a better diagnostic tool that wasn't so damaging to your body. You were developing that cancer for a long period of time. If your doctor was doing the right thing, you wouldn't even be in the first place. That's why your debates so many things are all emotional. But then why don't they get rid of it? You gonna get rid of $1 billion industry? Of course they don't. And see, that's where it's like going, listen, there's other ways that you can do it. I would never allow.
Okay, this guy's a fucking idiot. Ananda Lewis probably listened to not this guy specifically, but advice like this on the internet saying, oh, there's different things you can do, thermo imaging or whatever, instead of a mammogram, there's less radiation, blah, blah, blah. But then by the time they found her cancer, it was way more developed than it would have been if she just would have got the routine mammogram. And she ended up dying, and she regretted it deeply and was trying to encourage women to get their mammograms. And I have a personal friend whose mom just got their routine mammogram and found cancer and just had a double mastectomy because it could have gotten really aggressive and bad, and because she went and saw it so early, her life is saved. So this is insane. I hate people like this. This really grinds my gears. It gets under my skin. Obviously, it's a fucking chiropractor too. Like he didn't go to med school. They barely go to any school at all. They have like no regulations essentially. They're honestly, part of me is like, maybe I can come back. Maybe the demons are over it now. This channel is fun and I love doing it, and I think it's like very cathartic for me. Hi, I'm back. To express my feelings and to because I have a lot of pent up anger about all these people and things. But if I was to do something even more helpful to the world, it would be to regulate chiropractic, because it is totally unregulated in terms of they are making comments using their doctor title on the internet to just say don't get vaccines, don't get mammograms, buy supplements, blah blah blah. That needs to stop at some point. That needs to absolutely stop. It's ridiculous, and I don't think that they should have doctor on their title at all. Like, it is, especially because it's in a medical-esque field, that it is confusing and misleading to have it that way. If they have not gone to actual medical school, like being a PhD doctor is one thing, but then that's not related to a scientific thing where people are taking patients and all that. They get this like huge head about everything, and I'm a holistic person, I understand every single thing about everything. It's very ridiculous. So that'd be one thing. Regulations there. And then also the spirituality therapy bullshit, like regulating life coaching. And if you're doing mental health and advertising quantum healing as a mental health practice, No, you can't. You must have a license or be fined if you start giving unlicensed therapy. It's ridiculous. Anyways, those are my 2 cents. I wish I could do more. I should be doing more. I could probably figure out how to, get into some sort of senator's office and tell them, like, this is what we should push and try. Okay, but anyways, let's see what else this guy's got. He's a chiropractor. He's a current medical student, Masters of Immunology, doubtful, founder of the Wellness Way, okay, which is doing chiropractic differently. For those tired of everything looks normal. Okay, so he's going after, again, probably the autoimmune community. Tale as old as time. DM me for health questions. No medical advice. No medical advice, except he says, I would never let any woman in my life get a mammogram. Okay. Let's see. What supplements did your kids take?
Supplements did your kids take growing up?
My kids took
Too much music. Can't do it. Let's see. Okay, here we got an AI Taco Bell of the guy from what's his name? Fauci. So we know we're in enemy territory. Here's more mammogram stuff. Okay, let's see. Mammograms and false negative rate. He's decided this is his cause, so he's going to spend his time making sure more women die of cancer painfully.
One other harm that we hardly ever talk about for mammogram, and that's that because the false negative rate is so high, people get a normal mammogram and kind of like, oh, phew. And then they go do whatever they do for the next year. They don't change anything. They don't think about anything. They sit in this false sense of comfort, even though the mammogram is wrong so much, right? Like that false negative rate is really high. It's like 30 or 40% in women with dense breasts. So these women think that they're all good and then they don't focus. They lose their intensity because there's no motivation there. It's so sad. And I'm
lose their intensity to what? What are they doing differently in that scenario? And anything, these people would also say your mindset is extremely important. Your mindset controls everything. So if you think you're in the clear, that actually would make you in the clear based on the law of attraction. You would think that you're safe. You think that you would not have cancer. So therefore you wouldn't have cancer. So if anything, not knowing based on their logic would be better.
Sure, you have this as much as I do.
And then also, what's the alternative? I'm curious what they think.
They don't see me until they're in crisis. One other harm that we...
Who is this lady, by the way?
Bitch.
Excuse me. You're standing on everything. Don't stand on the speaker, please. Okay. Well, I hate her. Let's see.
I walked out of that office that day and opted to not treat with conventional treatment because there was a voice in my head. I mean, maybe I was insane. I don't know what to call it. But there was a voice in my head telling me there's something more, go find it. And that something more, which I had no idea what it was that day, but that something more has been what has evolved for me in the last 10 years. And I started to take a long, deep look at how are we addressing cancer? How are we detecting cancer? How are we preventing?
Oh, she's a doctor too. Want to guess what kind? $100 says she's a fucking chiropractor. I left surgery to save more lives. Radiation-free breast scan, which is called Perfection. Perfection Imaging and Wellness. Okay, I'm definitely going to have to do a deep dive into this. And she's a Mary Kay girl, basically, it looks like. Okay. Radiation compression and pain-free 3D breast imaging that saves lives. Okay. Well, she says she's an MD, so I guess I stand corrected. Breast cancer prevention and HRT. Okay. Stop comparing mammograms to airplanes. Unfortunately, I can't make you healthy. Someone has to say it. Okay, let's hear. This has to be said.
I continue to be amazed when people ask me to show them the data that mammograms cause cancer. Like, show you the data
Yeah.
that mammograms are a radiation-based study, or show you the data that radiation causes cancer. Really?
Yeah.
Do I need to prove that? Because
Yeah, actually. Because radiation at certain levels are worth it to get diagnosed and to then prevent the spread and growth of cancer. So yeah, you do need to provide the data. It's like, I don't know, what's another example of like going under anesthesia? It's not great for you, I guess. You know, you don't want to do it too much. It could cause damage over time if you're on it too much. But if your leg is severed off, it's worth it to go under so that you don't die of shock and that they can do surgery on it. So yeah, if you said, oh, being under anesthetic once every 7 years causes cancer, then yeah, that I would like to see that study.
I think the science is pretty settled there. I continue to be...
Okay, she's fucking arrogant too, which I hate that. I don't need to prove anything to you. I didn't need to prove anything. Okay, this says, I didn't change my life until my body forced me to. I was always on, early mornings, skipped meals, chronic stress, no boundaries. Then I was diagnosed with Graves' disease. I realized my lifestyle wasn't supporting my health. That diagnosis changed everything. I finally started living in a way that supported healing. Your daily habits matter, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so where's your cancer? So you cured your own cancer? That's the way you were saying to this guy. Okay. The typical reaction when refusing a mammogram. Here we go.
You refuse your mammogram, think about how the people that told you to get one are responding to you. Because they get angry, they get mean, they say absurd things. This woman told me this week that she refused her mammogram, and it was either the tech or the doctor said to her, well, refusing your mammogram today means that you're gonna miss your daughter's wedding in the future. I mean, can you imagine? Aside from the fact that it's just stupid and wrong, right? Like, in what world does radiating your breast today protect you against getting breast cancer in the future, right? How dare you? But this is what...
I don't think... Is she stupid? Like, what is going on here? Does she not understand the basic science of why you would do one? You can argue the efficacy of it to a degree, of the dense breast thing and all of that. But overall, from my very limited understanding, early detection saves lives every time. If you have symptoms and you're coming into a doctor's office, or you feel something or whatever, it's already progressed. This is a way to catch things before you can feel like you need to go see somebody. And the fact that people get angry is because they care. And they know that it works, and they know that it's helped people, and they want to make sure that you're not making a silly mistake because of idiots on the internet.
What they resort to just abusing these women, scaring these women. It's so inappropriate. When you refuse...
Shut the hell up. I hate this lady. And I'm sure what her solution is, come to my clinic. That costs more money and is probably not insured, and you can get we'll sugarcoat things for you and not tell you when you got something wrong. And so you can live in fantasy world. And if you die, well, we have more patients we'll pull in and try to actually scare. If anyone's trying to actually scare anyone, it's her saying that it's going to cause you cancer by getting the mammogram. So by her own logic, she's actually the one causing the scaring. Ay. Thank you so much, Colleen. There's Colleen. She's in the house. She is Colleen, and she is here to stay. That's what I like to say. And I'm pulling up There's Colleen once again because it is so worth it. Also, speaking, this is the perfect soundbite for this moment, for this lady.
I can cut a bitch.
Mm-hmm. And also, her husband probably makes her say this.
I'm dry.
Okay, I don't know. I gave him a stray. I'm just mad at him. I'm mad at her. This lady.
Suck on my toe.
Okay, and also.
Back to the swallowing.
And also. And also. I just need to tell you this one thing.
There's Colleen.
Yes. Thanks, Colleen. Okay. No one gets healthier from surgery?
And removing the tumor never solved anything. No one ever got healthier from a surgery. No one ever got healthier from chemotherapy. No one ever got healthier from radiation.
What the fuck are you talking about? How dare you?
So what I learned on that day was that we need to think about things completely differently. We need to think about what the root cause.
No one got healthier from getting Botox in your forehead, but yet here you are. Huh. No one got healthier from dyeing your hair red, but yet look at you.
This is. Where is the dysfunction coming from? What do people have that they don't need? What do they need that they don't have? And start to meet them in a way that helps to drive their health going forward. Because when you drive health, disease goes away. And so I get very excited about things. I'm an early adopter.
I love it.
So that
Innovator. You're
but maybe I wasn't then. Maybe I was just someone who, by virtue of getting sick, I had the opportunity to see what wellness really is.
And when she gets cancer one day, we'll see how she handles it. I'm sure she's going to go through chemo and radiation and all of that when she actually is faced with the decision, as most of these people do that come on the internet and make all these claims and freak people out. And then secretly they get surgery, secretly they do chemo, secretly they get radiation, and then they say it doesn't work. Okay. Anyways, I hate her. Follow. That's a hate follow. We'll check up on her later. She deserves more of a deep dive. Here's her breast test. Is anyone else suspicious about how aggressively women are pushed to get mammograms? No, I'm actually not that suspicious. I'm actually happy with it.
Cancer.
And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's other things. Oh, and this is the guy, the other guy, the wellness way that doesn't give medical advice. He's the chiropractor. Oh, he's in Scottsdale, of course. Our philosophy is founded on the idea that the human body was not designed for illness, and when properly cared for, can restore its innate ability to heal. Okay, so they're diseased. And if you just take our 80 supplements a day that cost $40 million and get chiropractic care, then you won't get sick. And if you do, it's because you had a bad thought or something. And it's not our responsibility. Oh, we got kids supplements. Great. Okay, so this is his chiropractic / everything health office. He's got his kids working there. Let's just pick a random one. Oh, he loves AI too. Let's see. Vaccines. Don't really want to hear your opinion on that. Scientist group. Let's see this. Who should take? No, I don't want that.
The claim.
No, I don't want to go that route.
Let me tell you what.
Let's see acne. Let's make it lighter. Acne.
Let me tell you what acne is not. Acne is not a skin problem. Acne, it's a liver, hormonal, gut, and immune problem expressing through the skin, one of the body's detox exit doors. Skin is the window to what's happening on the inside. But until I actually changed what was happening in my GI, and until I started to change my food allergies, that's when my skin cleared up. And I still avoid them like the plague today.
No offense, but when you started eating healthier, why didn't your hair come back? Just wondering about that. Like, why didn't that come back? Perhaps. What? One more. Oh no. Let's see. One more for this lady.
When you refuse your mammogram.
Oh no, we already heard that one.
Best information for someone with reoccurring UTIs.
If they're reoccurring, there's some issues with what's called a biofilm. Now, what does that mean? Well, what happens is the bacteria, which is the most common, is E. coli, is...
Okay. This is the same way that Gary talks. Gary from Human Garage. She goes, it's like a way to speak, to just give yourself time to make up more bullshit. It's like, let me tell you about what this is. So exactly what I'm going to say is this. This is the thing that I really want to tell you, and this is really important. It's like just filler sentences, so it sounds more official and more direct, but actually you're not saying anything of value. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting angry. I hate when it comes to health stuff because people not getting treatment drives me insane. Okay, here's another guy similar to our other girlfriend we just saw, who's putting candles out with her might and her brain. This guy does something too.
I have superpowers in real life, and so do you. Watch this. I'm gonna do it just like Azula does it.
Whoa.
Sign up for my class. And sign up for my class, baby. Let's get.
I'm convinced. I'm signing up. I'm signing up. Okay. What else can he do? He does a lot of lightning stuff.
You gotta be real quiet on the creek.
You just wave your arms around until lightning strikes. I mean, yeah, that is kind of what it is. He's waiting for the thunder. And then he's like, nope, I'm not ready to make it yet. I'm not ready to make it yet. I could make lightning right now, but I'm not ready to do it yet. Ay. Okay. What else can he do? Wind, I guess. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Viewers.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Ooh, hurricane. Ooh, yeah. Something happened. Kick it. Kick the wind. Kick it. Yes! Punch the wind! Ooh. Yes. Yes. Okay. Here's the school. SKOOL, school. Phoenix Academy for $11 a month. It's a community of telekinetic people who are passionate about learning all they can about their own electromagnetic field, which is the real magic. And he's a magic teacher. Okay. There's one guy, is he the mattress guy? If so, I have it saved somewhere, where he had a mattress and he was outside and it got windy and then he pushed the mattress down. Ay. Okay. What's this?
What I actually do.
Your body is trying to speak. We help you figure out what it's saying. This is called inner loom healing. Oh, this chick. Okay, I'm gonna keep being pissed. Okay, so speaking of diagnostic tools, mammograms, MRIs, doctors with, lights and compressing tongue things. Stupid. Idiots. Horses, more important. Horses do it, and this girl can do it too. Just by going like this, she can tell exactly what's wrong with you. You don't need to have a biopsy. You don't need to do a colonoscopy that cost $4,000 that I had to do. I should have just gone to her. She could have told me what's up. And the demons are back. Okay, sorry. All right. Let's play it while I'm gone.
Just allow the body to say what it needs. I do that via muscle testing. Muscle testing is just a non-invasive way for us to gain access to the body to see what's going on a deeper level. What areas in the body are under a state of stress, and what do you need in order to not only get rid of the toxicity, but to replace the deficiency and then repair the organs that have been damaged along the way. When all of that can happen, you're in a state of homeostasis. When you're in a state of homeostasis, you're disease-free and symptom-free. That allows me to cover a very wide range of symptoms and diagnoses. That's why I can, work with 5-year-old kids with ADHD-like symptoms and also work with someone who has chronic migraines and infertility. The body's trying to speak and we just figure out what it's trying to say. That's it.
I need there to be a phone number I can call and report this person and go, this is someone without a medical degree that's telling people she can heal your infertility and your 5-year-old's ADHD. This needs to be stopped. She cannot be making money this way. This is such bullshit. And why is she wearing a crop shoulder top to work? This is supposed to be a serious medical facility, as she claims that she's making these diagnoses and giving them whatever tinctures on the wall that she's got there. It's ridiculous. Ugh. You gotta go to Philadelphia for this. Now it all makes sense. Okay. Here's again, what kind of outfit is this? Are you going to a Knicks basketball game or are you healing someone's chronic migraines? Ugh, all right, here we go. The gallbladder's like, for the love of God, send help.
Gallbladder's like, for the love of God, send help. Small intestines are okay. Large intestines are okay. The bladder's okay and the kidneys are okay. All right, so the gallbladder is the one that's like, please send help. So we're gonna take it right back to the kits and start to look at, okay, what's stressing specifically the gallbladder out. So we have this weak arm. When we touch the gallbladder, the body's saying, hey, I'm really stressed out. We're gonna see, okay, well, with what? Not chemicals, not metals, not immune, and that's food. So feel that strength? Yeah. So we have immune, nope. Food, yeah, totally. So
how is this allowed?
We're gonna go through the food kit and we're gonna see, is it a specific food that like actually is responding more of like an allergy?
And people believe it. How are we so, and not lots. I have to keep this stuff in reason. Not the majority of people don't believe in this. But there is enough that it's concerning to me. That literally this person thinks, yeah, if I raise my hand, like all the hospitals in the world, all of the doctors that had to spend, hundreds of thousands of dollars in training, that's all wrong. This is actually working. This girl with, high-waisted jeans is going to put this random shit on my pelvis and tell me, no, it's not heavy metals and it's not your kidneys and it's this and this and that. It just boggles the mind that anyone would believe this and pay her money.
Or is it just digestion overall? Weak, right? No change. Cheese, natural cheese, milk, raw milk, right? So they all respond. So the body's saying, yeah, I'm really struggling with dairy. Dairy is not really your fave. Like, try to avoid that trigger. But we will get you to a position where if we detox appropriately, you should be able to invite dairy back in without an issue. So now we're pulling some digestive enzymes. We're going to pull some things that help with just gallbladder, like movement in general. And same thing, just give her body that option. Are you wanting detox? Are you wanting enzymatic support? Or are you just wanting help like moving the gallbladder along? The gallbladder.
Yeah, you just ask the body by putting something on the skin and moving your arm up and down. God.
We're going to touch virus. Nope. We're going to touch fungus. Feel how strong that got? Yeah. So the difference between virus is a no. As soon as we touch fungus, her body's like ding, ding, ding. Yeah. Right? So there's something in there. Parasite, also a yes. Okay.
Of course, because everyone's got a parasite in these people's minds. That's part of their collective conditioning. They all have parasites.
Weird. And then bacteria, back to a no. Okay. So we're in between fungus, yeast.
Yeah, girl, shake that hair out.
Molds and parasites. Based on her condition, we can
I hate her also. God.
Probably assume it's pretty gut related, right? So Crohn's causes a lot of leaky gut permeability. There can be an overgrowth in an external fungus, like such as candida, or like a moldy environment, or ingesting moldy toxic foods, something like that. However, also within this fungus yeast mold category is like the microbes of your own yeast. So we need positive yeast or positive bugs in our body as well to respond. And if there's parasites present and toxicity present, and the gut isn't doing what it needs to do, your yeast balance is probably off. So we're gonna kind of lower the lights on your body and say, okay, between this fungus yeast mold category and this parasitic category, where do you want me to start? We're gonna touch virus.
the comments, what is this magical thinking? And then they respond. Inner Loom Healing says, we use muscle testing, mostly in an assessment called nutrition response testing. Smiley face. Okay, that is not a real thing, Inner Loom Healing. And then someone says, corn dogs for everyone responds, do you have to tell your patients what you're doing is not medical advice before you sell them used car parts? And she responds, yup, they actually sign a waiver acknowledging it's not medical advice, and it is, in fact, just used car parts. Well, at least she's honest. And then someone says, something is telling me you sell used car parts more than she does. Okay, and then Corn Dogs Forever, I like this guy, says, one of us went to medical school, the other did not. Take a wild guess. Like. And Katie says, imagine this lady charging hundreds of dollars for a sham session like this. And this person says, if I had to guess, I'd place my bets on her, unless it was the corn dog who has enough time to troll the internet for those that help others. Okay, Lindsay, get it together, girl. Lindsay says, when they're mad because their 8 years of medical school and $100,000 of debt of a PhD doesn't help as much as you do. Haters are our motivators. And someone says, is this rage bait? Ay, ay, ay. Okay, let's see what else this lady has to say. Maybe the demons are gone. Let's check. Let's check if the demons are gone. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. The demons have left my camera. Okay, here we go.
What I actually do is just allow the body to say what it needs. I do that via muscle testing. Muscle testing is just a non-invasive way for us to gain access to the body to see what's going on a deeper level. What areas in the body are...
So it's the same thing. Okay, what is muscle testing? Well, it's bullshit, but okay. Let's hear her out. It's just deciding what you want to do and pretending that they're telling you to do it. If I could tell every client one thing. Okay. Oh, look, she sells the supplements too. She must go to the Dr. Amen School of Business.
I was in so much spinal pain. I couldn't walk up steps. It was nauseating. I would wake up and wouldn't be able to move. I was doing acupuncture, doing chiropractic, not able to take my shirt off over my head, those kind of things. And all my doctors and chiropractors over years were like, yeah, well, eventually you'll need surgery. And just thank God I was too poor to get it. And couldn't, be out of commission for months and live in New York and all of that. One day I went to her and never told her about the spinal pain.
Who's her?
Thinking that it was just structural and there's no way she could do anything about this. And she found a Lyme bacteria and put me on a protocol for that. And within 48 hours,
It's always Lyme. Oh, I heard a fact the other day. Do you know why it's called Lyme disease? Apparently, and I could be spreading misinformation because I brought this up at dinner and it came back. Lyme, Connecticut is where they found the first tick, or where they discovered it caused this disease. And Lyme disease is real. Chronic Lyme disease is something I think these scammers like to glob onto and say, this is causing all your problems. The way to get rid of it is to do all this expensive stuff. And it must be chronic Lyme, which, we can't test for it.
Symptoms started to dissipate. When I went to my next session, I was like, hey, is there any reason that what you might have done for me on my last protocol? I was very unfamiliar with herbs and what things do and what she was even doing for me. That this could have attacked, reasons why I was having spinal pain. And she explained what Lyme bacteria was and was like, yeah, totally. And since then, surgery is so far removed from my mind and it doesn't cause me the pain or the disruption that it used to, tenfold. And I think after
Okay. Good. I'm glad.
Throw me in a moldy house, and then everything else starts to come out. What is that? The body can keep things at bay for a certain amount of time. It can go, okay, I can handle this much chemicals with this much parasites, with this much low quality sleep and this amount of stress and late nights and the early mornings. I can do this. You put them in a trigger situation and they crash. And it's like, oh, suddenly I blank, blank, blank. No. That's been here. Your body just stopped dealing with it right now. So it seems like, oh, the last year, all of these things started happening. No. The last year, you left your job, got fired from your job, stopped making money. Boom. All your mold toxicity symptoms started to come out. You've lived in that house for 30 years.
Or you're stressed. And a lot of these symptoms are stress related and psychological, perhaps. That is part of what I think. I don't think they're all psychological, but I think people overlook psychological issues where stress and that they're not dealing with their feelings and their stuff going on. And they start to have physical symptoms and they try to treat the physical symptoms with this woo-woo bullshit as opposed to going and like figuring out, okay, my life has been really stressful. How do I unstress it? Via talking about what the actual... They always talk about root cause, yet they refuse to go to therapy and talk about the root cause of their stress. It's so ironic. Anyways. I hate this girl too. Confident though, we'll say. Confident. Beautiful pink interior facility. Here's another one.
What I actually do is just allow the body.
Okay, so she just reposts the same thing. It's not anxiety. What is it?
Insomnia is being driven by something. In general, parasites are nocturnal. If I'm itchy, aggravated at night, parasitic protocol like right away because they are awake when you are trying to sleep. But then we also just have any other infection at...
I bet she's really fun to hang out with though, like at a bar. She seems like she'd be like, shots, you guys. Come on, let's go to the VIP. Come on, guys, let's go to the DJ booth. She seems like a party girl. For sure. She's like, I got an appointment in the morning where I'm going to diagnose 10 people with like a false disease. But tonight, we ride. She's got party girl vibes.
If the body is going into a state of hell during sleep, you're going to be disrupted. Then there's the hormonal imbalances that are just very direct. Like low progesterone causes a lot of insomnia. Thyroid dysfunction causes a lot of insomnia. Blood sugar is huge. You wake up like 3 a.m. and you're...
I got to also say, sorry, I'm tired. Sorry. You know, all these people, they'll say mold in a house is bad for you. This is this toxic thing. This candle's bad, this and that. Yet they all got makeup on their face. They all got Botox in their skin. They all got highlights. They got a money piece hair, dye. They got blowout products in their hair. Like, I just don't know how you can square these things. They're wearing polyester. Like, if you truly are afraid of all these toxicities in the world, how come they all forget about it when it comes to beauty? Why? Because they're vain and they're like everyone else. That's the answer. And it's fine, but don't shame everyone else for not doing like what you're saying. I don't know. Anyways, what was her name? We got off track a little bit. I don't know her name. Interloom, we'll call her. Okay, I want to know this. Speaking of bitterness, I am such a bitter person. Is your bitterness attracting aliens? I guess we'll find out. Let's see. This is Katie from Katie Souza Ministries. Deliverance, healing, spiritual warfare, confronting what others avoid, get free, stay free. And she's got a website, of course, where you can buy something maybe? We'll find out. But first, we're going to find out, is my bitterness attracting aliens? Let's see.
I'm telling you what, if we spent less time, chatting in vitriol, we wouldn't have as much alien activity in the earth. Because there's a star called Wormwood, which means bitter. Because everybody's so bitter and chatting on the chat and saying all this stuff. Because you haven't been filled enough with light. Yeah. So you don't have the secrets and mysteries of God and the deep, intimate knowledge of Him. Because your eyes of your heart have never been flooded with light. No. So you're just chatting in this vitriol and this bitterness, and you're actually attracting aliens. I'm telling you what.
Huh? So should I be more bitter or less bitter? I don't know.
We have mistaken wait upon the Lord as to mean wait for the Lord. He never says wait for the Lord. Waiting for the Lord means we're waiting for God to do something or release something or give something. Or
I don't want this guy, I want her.
I'm also fascinated by the story of the woman with the issue of blood because, you know, she had this 12-year-long affliction.
Okay, they're talking about stuff I don't know about. Can you travel interdimensionally? That's what I want to know.
Light is a healing power.
Yeah.
It drives demons out. Remember when Jesus said, come out, that language in the Greek denotes a lightning strike. It's a deliverance power. It heals you. It fills your mind. It gives you secrets and mysteries. It brings you revelation. And when your whole body's full of light, you can start traveling interdimensionally. Like Jesus did. Everybody was like, traveling interdimensionally. Jesus did it in a flesh and bone body.
Yeah.
We have him living in us right now. Get a grip. Yeah. This is stuff we have to do if we're going to keep up to these. Otherwise, we're at their mercy. Oh my God, when are they going to pop into our room? No, when am I going to pop into their ship and take their ship out? I mean, you know, honestly, people say, oh, I can't believe she said that. We are supposed to be doing great exploits, the Bible said.
Yeah.
We will do great exploits.
Yeah.
But we're not doing great exploits. We're just.
He's really adding a lot to this. I'm glad he's there.
Just chatting in about people that are doing great exploits, and we're not learning how to do it ourselves. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. New Agers and witches smarter than us? I'm curious to hear what they think.
The New Agers, the New Agers and the witches are smarter than us. Yeah. They've taken everything God gave to us and used it way more efficiently and better than we have.
Well,
for the dark kingdom.
That's what I was gonna say. Is that people are so okay with warlocks, aliens, demons having all these skills, like you see Simon the Sorcerer. But when you start to talk about even just the simple things of getting people healed in the name of Jesus, they have a problem with it. And I personally do think that part of the reason they have a problem is because of insecurities in themselves. And the fact that to see your brother and sister walking in authority like that would actually call you higher and out of a place of comfortability.
Yeah, right.
That's my theory as to why people are get to splitting hairs about, oh, she shouldn't be doing this. She shouldn't be beaming the light of Christ into people's minds. Are we really freaking out about that? Like,
the New Agers.
Check that. Is bitterness attracting aliens? The hybrid DNA deception. What if the Men in Black are real? Uh-oh.
The movie Men in Black actually came from an incident.
Wow.
It actually came from an incident. This guy named Al.
He goes, well, let me stop you right there.
Albert K. Bender. He had established the International Flying Saucer Bureau, and he was claiming he had made a big discovery and he was going to go public about it. And it was actually intercepted and stopped from sharing his revelation by these guys that are now known as the Men in Black. They showed up in like these black hats, identical black suits, black ties. He said that their outfits were extremely crisp, like no wrinkles, no nothing. They didn't speak with their mouths, but they were actually like drilling into his brain with being able to communicate telepathically that he better stop.
Oh man!
Talking about his research, otherwise they would totally bring him into. They put a threat of destruction on him.
Wow, that lines up exactly with your encounter and you having these telepathic interpretations and communications.
Yeah, they don't even speak, but I can hear their intention. I can not only hear them speak, but I can hear their intent of what they're doing. The movie Men in Black actually.
Oh, that's good. Good. Let's see what else. Gaslighting.
Not too long ago, my friend, I actually had a vision. I had a vision. I was up in the sky. That was my point of view. And I was looking down at large groups of people in a park. And then I think there was another location. The second location I saw was, I believe, the Arch Monument in London. And suddenly there was something that appeared in the sky and people started running for their life. And as soon as that happened, I looked over and the Lord said, it's gaslighting. It's a false flag event.
Yep.
And it's going to happen. So they're using things like Project Bluebeam. We even have that gentleman that's a whistleblower against Raytheon. And he said that the ship that Raytheon has built is able to project or beam, images into the sky. And they're going to use it to control the population. You better stay in your home. You better lock down. You better not go out, to control the population. So I know that is absolutely true.
Jesus was like Stop gaslighting me. Uh-oh, medical medium. They've been stealing our eggs.
This is just stupid.
People felt really loved and cared for when I would yell at them.
This whole thing about we seated you here, or, we get to take you to an enlightenment. This is why the hybridization program has happened. They've been stealing our eggs. They stole my eggs. They've been creating hybrids out of it. They've been stealing egg, sperm, genome to create these hybrid beings. So when they come down, they can supply us with ancient DNA strands from themselves and say, look, we have the same DNA as you do because you came from us. It's like, no. You stole our DNA.
Wow.
And now you're using the stolen DNA that you took from our genome to try to convince us that you're really our fathers, or that you're really, that the whole Bible thing is not true, that God and Jesus, we wrote that for you to have understanding, whatever their excuse is going to be, but they're going to use our very stolen material to try to prove that we came from them when they actually stole it from us.
Nobody believes that the eggs are bad. Okay, well, she's obviously got some mental health issues, but the fact that they have a very well-lit studio with microphones and a co-host bothers me. But what can I do? Let's listen to one more. They almost destroyed me.
When they come, they're going to destroy everything that's alive. They already are.
This is called What the Alien Greys Did to My Body.
So I had cancer in my uterus and my ovaries. And finally, one day I just was literally sitting on the toilet, and chunks of blood were just pouring out.
Wow.
Of me. And my husband rushed me to the hospital, and I had to have emergency surgery to remove my uterus and my ovary. Wow. So, you see,
what does this have to do with
people
aliens?
will say that they're benevolent, and they're here to help us. Whatever. That is deception.
Yeah.
Deception. They're not. Mm-hmm. They're not. When they come, they're going to...
What? I'm confused. Okay, well, that's that. What else we got? Let's do a couple more. It's already been 2.5 hours.
Hey,
this person says, I believe her. Okay. You want to get down? But then the doggy's down there. You think about it. Okay.
the trees wanted me to tell you that if you go sit in the forest and connect your fascia to the mycelium, the trees can read your soul records. Our Akashic records are being downloaded into our fascia. Your body is the temple, and the mycelium can connect to that, and the trees communicate via mycelium. So if you have big life questions that you need answering, go sit in the forest and get very quiet and ask so nicely and politely if the trees will read your records for you. Hey, the trees wanted me to tell you.
Hey, the trees wanted me to tell you that that's secret, top secret information, and you shouldn't be putting on an Instagram. That's on a Telegram only basis. So the trees wanted me to tell you that to stop spreading the secrets of the trees. Amber. Okay. Speaking of animals,
What is it?
This is a reading with a dog. Look at that little dog. That looks like a dark version of Loretta. That's your twin. That's your twin from another sin.
What is it that you want to tell us, Kobe? I love my house. I love my family. I love my food. Please, can I have more food? My tummy's been hurting. Can we go on vacation again? I like the beach. I like going places. The car is pretty good. I want to be with everybody all the time, and I want to be able to tell them all of my thoughts. Interestingly, he sat down like we were having coffee talk, and he was like, "Oh, I've got stuff to say. Almost like this list, he's had this list of things he's wanted to get across for a while, and now is his time to really get it out.
Yeah.
That matches personality, just like I want to get like just like
Well, he's so expressive. Like if you like, everybody stops us on the street because they're like, "Oh my God, your dog's eyes!" Like he looks like a little person inside there. Like I know he's got a lot to.
It's like a little person in there. Thank you so much, Amy. Thank you.
People felt really loved and cared for when I would yell at them.
This hair looks so fucking good.
I'm getting emotional right now. Jeez, this is so good. Great comment. That's really cute. I love that.
This is so good.
I am getting emotional. You are so beautiful.
Thanks, Amy.
Say,
I am getting emotional.
What is it that you want to tell us, Kobe? I love my house. I love my family.
Like a poor Kobe. He's like, all of this was a secret. I don't want you to spread my information to everybody. Come on. It's okay, girl. It's gonna be okay, I swear. You're gonna make it through this. Don't have a fight, please. This is a shared space. God. I got my work cut out for me in this one. Okay, let's see what else. I want to hear more. This is connected intuition, psychic medium and intuitive for pets and people. I talk to your animals, your guides, and the ones you lost. So she does animals, angels, and ghosts. Hey, relax. Drink some water. Loretta, come here. Give her some space. You come up with me for a minute. You can join the show. Okay, let's hear.
I did a reading with a horse named Stella. She competes. She's a show horse, and she knows it. She is a type A human in a horse's body. She knows she's good at what she does. But towards the end of the reading, the owner was actually asking something quite vulnerable. She said, "I know I'm nervous when I ride you. Am I stressing you out, Stella?" Stella didn't really want to answer. She kind of sat with it for a moment. And then she said, "Yes, but not in the way that you think." She said, "I'm telepathic. I feel what you feel. So when you come to me with your nerves, I'm actually trying to emotionally regulate both of us and to perform at the same time." She wasn't blaming her owner. She actually just said, "You need to trust me as your horse." Horses are the same. Dogs are the same. Cats are the same. They're reading the room of your energy before you even sit down. So if you do ride horses and your animal seems...
I need to hear about a dog. Let's ask her, how do we get Tarot to like you more? Not a cats. Not a kitty, so I need a dog. Let's see.
Most pets think they have a job. Sometimes it's protection, sometimes it's emotional support, sometimes it's security detail. You never know what's going to come out of their mouth, but I like to ask, what's your job? I also love to ask them what they want you as their owner to know. And this can range the gamut of, I just love them so much. Thank you so much for rescuing me. It can be a long list of things that they really want to get across to you. But most of the time, if you're doing a great job caring for them, they're going to come forward with a giant thank you. That being said, I've had some dogs come forward and say, "You could do this thing different." Or a cat say, "Please stop petting my stomach. I really hate it." Those things do come through. But when you ask them what they want you to know, it's usually the big stuff. We also talk about how you as their owner can support them. It sometimes brings out some aha moments about where they want to sleep, the food that they eat, or how to emotionally support them better. As with all of my readings, I will turn to you and say, what questions do you have? And I will tell you most pet owners do have quite a list of questions about what their dog, cat, bunny, etc. is up to. I'm happy to answer them, but I can't guarantee you're going to like the response from every single question you're asking. Most pets think they have a job. Sometimes it's protection, sometimes it's...
She loves being held. It's so cute. Okay, what else? We got penguins that can tell us stuff?
Bro, don't judge me, I'm vibing.
This is Pet Psychic on a field trip, tuning into animals wherever they let me. Episode 3, Surfer Penguin All Vibes. This crested penguin swam straight into the corner of the glass like he was trying to merge onto a highway that didn't exist. He had full surfer dude energy.
Bro, don't judge me, I'm vibing.
When I tuned in, his vibe was pure chill guy who wandered into the wrong party but is just rolling with it. He was so easygoing, spacey, and absolutely convinced he was vibing on this higher frequency. If you want me to read your pet's energy, link in my bio for sessions on my website.
Okay, but she just got that from the movie about Surf's Up or whatever. With the hey, come on, leave her alone. That's like that movie. That's all she's using it. Okay, how much does this cost? I need to know. If it's more than $20, I'm pissed. Ora Pora class, intuition for beginners, so we can learn how to harness these skills. Schedule appointment. $278? Craving clarity, connection, or a little insight? This 45-minute private session is your space to explore whatever's calling you. Okay. Oh, that's just for regular. Okay, and then there's a 45-minute private pet reading, also $278. Then talk to dead people for 90 minutes, only $48. Well, that's nice. Private group readings for a group, 3 to 5 people, $398. Okay, the pricing's quite confusing, but there you go. And there's an events calendar. Intuition for beginners, intuition and creativity. True North Rescue Pet Psychic. So the rescue's doing psychic pet readings. Dreams. Life and loved ones. Pet readings. Okay. Classes. How much does it cost? What you'll learn. How to talk to your dog. How to decide what your dog is telling you. How much is it? It is $150 for 3 classes plus 1 bonus session equals 6 hours of instruction. Classes, that's pretty cheap. Okay. I'm in. Tara, what do you think? You want to join the class? Yes. She does. Okay. What else? Let's see. Anything else? Leader. What? Come on. I got animals all over this place. Come on, you can do it. There you go. Okay, this is new promotions. This is one of those companies where they don't have furniture. That's how you know that they're really legit and they're a very good company. Fortune 500 companies don't, real CEOs, real millionaires don't have furniture in their companies. In case you didn't know that. Okay, so they're doing promotions. So you can see what goes on in these types of companies. They are very good and not scammy at all. Ready?
I gotta say about this individual, right? I think she's someone who's so inspiring, right? Like, even for me not being here, I can definitely see the work she was putting in right behind the scenes, right? I can see the level of improvement she's made these past couple of weeks. I know she's dedicated, more hungry than anybody.
Nice suits, though, I will say.
Probably more than half the room here, right? So without further ado, Leslie, I want to welcome you to leadership. Leslie.
Now, Leslie's outfit is at odds with the guys in the suits. I am now concerned and confused as to what they're selling. Because I had a thought that it was solar, but I don't know if this is giving solar salesman energy. But let's see.
You're applying that knowledge and you're taking it all in. Go home, study what you do. Put pressure on the system every time you go out in the field. You must have that good mindset saying, just be my customer. That's all that really works.
So door-to-door sales, so it
this
seems.
This one goes out to somebody, right? If we're looking at the characteristics of a leader in this office, we're looking for somebody that works hard, somebody that has a great student mentality, somebody that's trying to put the bet on themselves, and somebody that's actually trying to get better each and every day, right? We're looking for people who are trying to step up into that role and not just go to the role. We're trying to look for people that succeed at that next level and actually want better for themselves, right? We're looking for the next leaders in the office. We're looking for the next junior directors. I think the sky's the limit for this person. So without
What are we
further
guessing?
ado,
Solar? Cell phone? Pest control?
Excited to, grow my own team, be able to teach them stuff that I picked up along the way. And
Okay, not gonna say it.
And what I'm looking forward to is I'm trying to look to get another promotion. I'm trying to advance up into the career. I'm trying to become my own boss. I really just doing this all for my daughter. I want to be her biggest role model. Somebody that I want her to be better than me in every aspect. So
I hope they're making some money. I doubt they are. Okay, what kind of company is this? We Developments Inc. We specialize in client acquisitions and brand management. Leading marketing company in Michigan. Let's see. Start your career with us. We're talking entry-level positions, uncapped pay, advancement into management, and travel opportunities. We're mainly looking for the right personality to fit alongside our team, and the start of your professional journey is a click away. All right, here we see. Let's go.
How's it going? Hey, I'm looking to see how I can start my career with 3 Developments.
Oh, awesome. Welcome on in. So it's super easy to start your career with us. Literally, you just apply through the website. You go through our first round, second round, and third round interviews. And if you make it to the other side, then welcome aboard the team.
Awesome. Who exactly are you looking for?
Exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for people who
Again, no furniture in these rooms.
are self-motivated. We're looking for people who have an entrepreneurial mindset. And we're looking for people who have a positive attitude. Right? We're one of the fastest growing
They do have a vacuum, though. They're one of the fastest growing marketing companies.
companies in Central Texas. And we're looking
Oh, and they're Texas, but they said Michigan before.
for people who can come and help us not only grow our clientele, but help us get to the point to where we can manage other clients and manage other markets. And if you feel like that's you, definitely apply to that. All right?
Awesome.
All right.
Execution, hustle. Okay, don't know what this job is still, but they're celebrating.
Hey, everybody. What day is it?
They have to work on Saturday?
What is up, y'all? It's Malcolm, Rise Up Innovations, We Development. Come check us out, man. It's Saturday. You know we always got the energy. We coming live. Let's take a couple of these people's vibes on the Saturday. Hey, Mr. Lucas, come check me out, man. We got an interview for you this Saturday. I just want to know, what's your favorite thing about Saturdays, bro? Bro, the energy, man. The energy. We got an interview for you on this fine Saturday.
These people, they could do really cool things, and yet they get sucked into these scams, and it makes me really sad. This will be closed in 2 weeks. And it's disappointing because they could do good at like an actual company, sales, or some sort of development, marketing, something. But they're, I guess, tricked into it by the appeal of, hey, just come in, sign up, and we'll make you millionaires. It's a shame. Anyways, next. Here's one. I feel bad for this person, kind of, because I think they're going through a tough time. However, the solution to being in a tough time is not to charge $11,000 for a 1-hour activation reading, whatever that is. But they are going to explain why they deserve that price.
Not taking the piss, just showing you what I'm worth. That's why I post a lot of free content. That's why I have communities that are $11.33 a week free in Betty Ground. And I'll be doing sessions with people in there, one-on-one, and posting them in there, posting them online, because I want to work with community. And if people have the money to afford to work with me one-on-one, let's go. Not taking the piss, just showing you what I'm worth.
Says, yes, I am the most expensive tarot reader. I do have mini readings that are more affordable for $55. But to get an hour is $11,333. I'm about to launch a multi-million-dollar art project. I will be sharing more behind the scenes, Nirvana activations, channel messages, and one-on-one sessions. It says $11,000 per hour. Have you had any clients? She responds, $11,303 per hour. I only just changed my prices. TBH, I'm not fussed if no one books, because one-on-one isn't what I feel called to. People didn't book when the price was low because they don't have money, which I understand, which is why I'm here for people who do have money for one-on-one. When you spend thousands of hours on your special interests, not everyone should be able to afford your time. My next art project is a multi-million-dollar art project launching soon. I have big dreams and goals without feeling like a limit. So she's having the offer. No one's probably going to buy it. She's doing tarot cards, yada, yada, yada. Kind of a sad situation, so it seems. I am art, I am code, I am 1133. Don't know what any of that means. But I'm sure somebody does. And for that I say, woo! And a YouTube. Okay. That one's kind of boring. Let's see. Let's do another animal one. Okay, 4-year-old German Shepherd. Psychic analysis. Let's go.
Remy is a 4-year-old German Shepherd I got to work with. I got to work with her previously last year, so it was super fun to get to connect with her and her mom again today, and she had all the things for us today. Mom had some questions for her, including if she wanted to go to the dog park and what she wanted to do for fun. And Remy was so funny. She's like, I'm not mad that we don't go to the dog park. She's like, the only time I've wanted to go to the dog park was when I saw another German Shepherd. And Mom let me know that's correct, that she's usually not interested, but there was a German Shepherd one time and she could tell that she did want to go that day. But Remy let me know, I don't want to go to daycare and I'm okay without going to the dog park. But she really wanted to be off leash and be able to run and do whatever she wanted, what I call free play. She also asked Mom if they were going to go hiking and to a lake, and Mom let me know, yes, we typically do go on this trip, etc., and we're due for it, so tell her we're going to go and she'll get to do the things. Remy was also so funny about this. So she also goes to Grandma and Grandpa's house and they have a yard. And she was like, I like to chase birds and bunnies. And she's like, there's a squirrel that comes in the yard. And she's like, and I want to talk to him, but I also want to chase him. She's like, I can't decide what to do. And I think if we put marshmallows out, we could catch him. I thought that was so funny. She was so specific about getting the marshmallows. She also asked if they could take marshmallows hiking so they could see what else they could catch. And so Mom's like, okay, we'll get some. But anyway.
How come animals speak English so clearly?
She's like, I can't decide which one I want to do with squirrels, but when I'm done talking to him, I want to chase him. So she chased all the animals and she brought up like moles or groundhogs, something that also digs holes in the ground. And anyway, she chases all the things. She also let Mom know, I do not want a brother or sister. I tolerate my cousins and they're nice, but I do like going home and it just being us. She says, this is easy. I love that it's us. I'm good. But Remy is a superstar. I absolutely loved working with her and her mom again. This was so great. And also she just expressed a lot of love for Mom and a lot of gratitude. And Mom also expressed it back to Remy. So I absolutely loved having you. You have a special connection and thank you for having me.
People really just be saying anything. This person has 16,000 followers. Let's see how much her services are. A 30-minute animal communication and energy balance, $275 for 30 minutes. Extended animal session, 2 animals max, 45 minutes for $410. And a personal psychic energy session for $275. Whoa, what a great deal. Nicole's got soul. But soul like in a foot. For some reason. Is that an animal thing? And then she likes alternative health treatments. Who would have thunk? I use various methods to both align and keep your body, mind, and spirit in balance. I believe in listening to the body and spirit rather than battling against the body. Get in touch to find out more. Get in touch to see... Oh, she can do foot. When you start to say something about the foot, I'm now interested. What can you do to my foot? We are now entering the foot zone. Zone your foot. Become a foot zone practitioner. What about a paw-titioner? Well, on that note, I think we get the gist. The country is in turmoil. Mental health in America and abroad needs work. These scams have gone too far and continue to proliferate across every sector thanks to social media. But thankfully, everyone here is a freaking genius and would never get scammed. Because you watch this channel, therefore you intuitively know that you are smarter than the average bear. You are the cream of the crop. This is a transmission. Transmute, transmute, transmute. You are now beamed with the light of source energy. Loretta's way. Namaste. Okay, I should be back next week. Like I said, it's been chaos. I'm so glad that I was able to come today because I was thinking I was going to have to cancel tonight's stream, but I didn't. Committed queen. I'll share more Loretta updates and tarot updates as things progress over on Instagram. And please keep sending me stuff. I love it. I'll keep finding stuff. Did you guys like this style of stream? It's a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more off the cuff, you know, a little bit more random. Sometimes those do well, sometimes they don't, but let me know what you guys think if you want me to do more of this, because we do the wheel when there's like bigger stories but not huge, and we do the one topics, and then this is more of like a hodgepodge, as they say. Did anyone play Hodgepodge, the computer game back in the day? It was like board games called Hodgepodge. Anyways, I did. Okay, time to sing the song. If you'd like to join the membership, you're welcome to. You're so welcome. Join us over on the Gold Straight Up crew. You get your name sung in a song. Sometimes I rap. Sometimes I fap. No, I don't do that. I would never do that. I would never do that to your names unless you want me to do that to your names. And that is the third tier called OF Key World. Okay, I'm losing my mind. All right. Mel Robbins out. Starry night, CXE. I don't know, won't you text me? Hello. Once in a while, you could say hi, or you can say bye. Whatever it may be. Or you could put your ass in a tree. Nicole Campbell, did you put your fascia in a tree trunk so it could read your records and tell you a diagnosis? A console, do you want a horse to do your diagnostic exam? Or do you rather eat ham and ignore all medical advice? Alaska Blood Tundra, please, please, please be nice. Don't be mean. 'Cause you're a queen. Or a king. Whatever you wanna be is okay with me. Lillian Massey. Hope you sleep 3 hours a night so you can make your money and have no fun. That is what life is meant to be. Rabba Gabor. How many animals do you talk to psychically anymore? It's really important to ask them if they like the dog park or not. Rebel Ed Fuentes, have you made your mark on this world with your course? Did you sell enough courses this month? Honolulu 7. Did you do enough masterminds that cost 200,000? I hope not. For the sake of your bank account. Honolulu 7, did I already say your name? I had a memory bank flame, and it just went out with my brain. Olive Harper, I wish I was a better gardener, and then I would grow all my own crops. And then I wouldn't have to eat microplastics. And then I could be detoxed. Wouldn't that be nice? Bone Palace Ballet 94. Have you ever gone on tour? Not a tour, but just tour. I'm rooting for you. And now we're gonna play the song again. Oh, gee, in heaven. It's so nice to be here among parasocial friends. Makes me wanna say thank you. Come again. Gracie Charlie loves cats. But does Gracie Charlie love hats? That's the real question we should all ask ourselves. What's a hat supposed to do anyway? Keep the rain out. I love cats, meow. 55. It feels so good to be alive. But what is a hat's purpose? I think I need to go to a class to discover it. It'll be worth it. Turnbuckle 10. I see you coming in at the end. Thank you so much for that smiling face. Your face makes me think of Grace. That's my middle name, and you have good taste. And I need to take the stand that chiropractors are the worst kinds of quote-unquote doctors in the land. They should start a band and then throw their instruments into the garbage and take out their tongues and vow to never speak again. That would make me really happy then, because they couldn't spread misinformation. Ghosts are the reason that chiropractors have a job. Isn't that so weird? Isn't it weird? It is indeed. And it's inspired by greed. Snapping people's necks and giving them irreversible damages isn't enough for them. They gotta take more money by sending them supplements and selling them bullshit. Look at Joe Dispenza, he ain't no idiot, but he's also a chiropractor. And that's the common denominator. And that's not a good thing. That's actually how it stings. Our society, it's a variety of little cuts that over time erode the trust in one another of us. Oh, that got deep. Good night.